All right. Well, we are back, huh? Back at the Stop and Chat with a returning guest, Nora Vasconcellos. Vasconcellos.
Whatever.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
I've just had so many people like correct me on how to say my own name.
I love that.
It's gotten to the point where I'm like, oh, this is why like people just go by their first name or something, or like change their names or weird things.
Yeah, or have a nickname or something. It's funny because literally when we were talking, before your episode, we were talking, I'm like, so how do you properly pronounce it? And you're like, Vasconcellos. I said, okay, Vasconcellos. Said Vasconcellos. And then literally I would hear you on some interviews going like, yeah, Vasconcellos.
Vasconcellos.
And I'm like, she told me.
But I don't think you can rely on me because I have a Boston accent that goes in and out. So depending on the day and the time of the day and who I'm around,
how many drinks?
I get these weird, I accentuate, like I fully say stuff differently.
What about today?
Today, I don't know, because
Say your name.
Nora Vasconcellos.
Okay.
It's that kind of day?
Okay, it's a 2L kind of day.
It's that day. That's where we're at. It's a 2L day.
2L day.
It's a double L day.
Double L day.
Thursdays are double L days.
Double L days.
Kind of sounds like LD.
Oh, no, it just, it's funny though. Because I literally, after the show came out, I would hear you go like, yeah, Vasconcellos. So I'm like, what is that? Just said that.
Maybe I just set it up though. Maybe I'm just like trying to like.
Destroy me.
Yeah. I know, you'll have to go to Slap for that one, see what's really going on.
Yeah, I don't even bother. I don't even bother anymore with that. You know what I mean? Why do you love that?
Because I just think like the internet is the craziest shit that's ever happened.
I agree. 100%.
And like, I just like, I don't know. I just like, I love the fact checking.
What fact
You mean
checking?
non-fact checking?
Yeah. I love everything. I love everything that's happening right now. It's just, we are.
It's insane.
Really.
Do you Facebook?
Humans
Are you a
really-
Facebooker? I think that's
You know
the
what?
most horrible form
Facebook's
of
the worst
social
one.
media. Yeah, it's the worst.
The only reason I have Facebook is because my only living grandmother, my vavoa from New Bedford, she's my mom's, she's my dad's mom. She's on it, and like most of my dad's family's on it. Okay. And I love getting to interact with them and see like cousins and their babies and stuff. But a lot of them are getting on Instagram. So I'm kind of at that point where it's like, oh, dude, I got to get off. This place is like, it's like detrimental.
Is your Facebook like open to the public? Is it like a fan page?
No.
Or, it's just closed? Okay.
It's closed. It's like a personal account, but it's just it's like my name. But
yeah,
I also have like kind of the fan one, but I don't use it. I don't post to it.
Right.
It was made, like I did it a couple years ago, but I'm definitely at that point where I think it's time to cut that cord of Facebook.
Yeah.
Just because it's not, at this point too, it's family and friends, and then it's like other people I've met in my life who I've friended over time. And really all that's happening is it's just the great divide of like political and science and just opinions. And you're just like, I can't do this anymore.
See, and that's the thing with like the being open to the public on Facebook. It's not like Instagram. Like, say somebody follows you. Well, cool. Now you're seeing their feed in your feed. And it's like,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but I hate it because now I'm seeing just the disgusting, and I'm like, why is this person even like?
I mean, yeah. You're right about that. Where like just because someone's following me is I don't want to see their stuff. But I like that on Instagram is like. Sorry, yeah.
You can choose who you want to
follow. You can choose who you want to see.
Yeah.
Like I have to click into the profile on Instagram to see their shit. But on Facebook, it just shows up in my feed, and I'm like,
Isn't there different things now where you can follow someone, but but then you're just friends with them? There's something weird going on.
Because you can do this thing where you can be friends with them, but you can unfollow them. And to me, that's the same as like being sitting next to somebody who's talking to you and tuning them out.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of rude. So I've gone in and I unfriend people, but I'm not like unfollowing. It's the same with like muting people's stories on Instagram. Like if you're at that point where I'm muting your story, like I'm just going to unfollow you.
Yeah,
like, we're not going to dance. We're not doing this dance.
Yeah, I have Kelly's story muted.
Yeah, I don't even follow Chris. So
I'm completely muted.
Yeah, Roger just
got off the internet, basically.
Another reason, though, I like to keep my Facebook is we have a community Facebook page called Pembroke Connect, which is the town I grew up in. And my brother and I really enjoy seeing what's going on Pembroke Connect. Like the craziest shit will happen on there. Like there was one woman who was like talking about how she like saw a coyote somewhere and she was giving the cross streets of where the coyote was located, and then it became like this whole thing.
Like it's a coyote. It roams.
Yeah.
It roams.
Like we're in New England. Like there's gonna be coyotes, but just like it gets to that point where there's nothing for people to talk about, so people will talk about the craziest shit. Or like I saw this group of teenagers looking at me in the Shaw's parking lot, like I know who you are. Like just crazy. There's all these like weird like feuds, and like my brother like trolls these people.
Oh my god,
that could be entertaining.
Like, and we'll go on and like just start these back and forth with people. It's so funny.
And does he still live out there, or he doesn't?
No,
he doesn't.
We're in Hawaii. Like
he's at my house in California, and he's been in California for almost 2 years. But we have so many friends and family, and my dad's still there. And it's like you spend 20 years of your life in like this super small town. You're going to have these connections, and like a lot of people we know still live in the houses that like we remember them living in. And so just the nuances of the discussions and the small town Facebook is just super epic. It's just so funny.
Yeah, it's interesting because we have out
the
here
name calling.
There's serious feuds
you
on there.
Snowflake, you're such a snowflakes who I saw. Like,
Snowflake.
Do they write out the word wicked? We are a wicked snowflake.
Yeah, and then they just like, I just love it. I love it a lot. But then there's like really wholesome stuff happening.
Sure.
Like my toolbox fell out of my pickup truck at 4 a.m. If anybody can find it, it's red. I've had it for 29 years. And then someone will chime in, I found your toolbox. And they're like, thank God. And they like post a photo of the toolbox being reunited with the owner.
I love
and you're like, thank God.
A red toolbox. Who would have ever thought?
29 years old. Older than me.
Amazing. God.
It's so good.
No, it is fun to keep up with like
when they get on the Nextdoor app. Your
neighborhood. Yeah, there's like Nextdoor. Over here we have what's the one we have over here that we Citizen app?
Well, I have a Ring, like the doorknob where you have a video camera, and there's a community with Ring.
Right.
And my community is like South Oceanside, and it's just like we saw a bobcat. Is this a bobcat or a mountain lion? Heard gunshots last night. It's those three things. And it's like, heard a helicopter. Does anybody know what's happening?
Wait a minute. Are you still getting your Ring notifications on while you're in Hawaii? Like whoever's coming to your door, you're still answering the door?
No, I'm not getting those, but I can log on to Ring and see. But I'm fully like, for a while, I swear though, because I didn't mess with the settings. So I literally think my phone knows when I'm home or not. And just like, if I'm home for a week, it starts updating me. Like I'm included again in my Ring.
Oh yeah.
Like unless my roommate's messing with me and like taking me off of it when I'm not home. But like, I don't understand why they do that.
Well, maybe they don't want you to see who's coming to the door.
No one's coming to our house.
Oh, okay.
It's like my brother, Nicole, my roommate.
Yeah.
We're pretty mellow over there.
Well, let's talk about Hawaii because you're in Hawaii. How long have you been in Hawaii?
So I've spent over 6 months here since last August. But my boyfriend's from here. He grew up here. We're in his childhood bedroom right now.
Wow.
Dolphin sheets.
These are his sheets. from being a child. They're dolphin sheets.
Wow.
There's like a picture of him surfing at like 2 years old on the wall.
Damn.
It's pretty special. His parents built this house probably in like the late 80s, early 90s. And he grew up here, and we live in an apartment downstairs. But we've been dating for over a year, and I think I came out for the first time in like August. I came out again in September. I spent probably 2.5 months of this winter here, and then he spends the summers in California. He's a surfer, so that's how he splits things. He's in Encinitas.
So that works out well.
Yeah, it's perfect.
He's a pro surfer, or?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
He is a pro.
Two professionals, huh?
Professional. Yeah, he's gnarlier than me, though. He's definitely pretty nuts, though. He's like if I was some crazy chick who would like jump on the biggest handrails and do giant like 540s and like the mega ramp. He's like that gnarly where he surfs like Jaws, like big waves and.
Oh shit! Really? So he could definitely do a floater.
He can do as many floaters as he wants.
I love that trick. Yeah. I love the floaters.
Is this a kooky question to ask a surfer? Like, what's the biggest wave that you surf, bro?
No, I think that's a fair question. So like, you know, when people come up to you and they're like, what's the best trick you can do?
Yeah, exactly.
I think as a skateboarder, that's like subjective. It's like, I don't know, like what, like, because everybody's, everybody, like what people think is the best is different. And, but surfing, like a 50-foot wave is a 50-foot wave. So he surfs Jaws. So Jaws is like the best big wave in the world in terms of, you can go there, you can get barreled and spit out, and it's like 4 miles down the street.
How big are these waves on an average day?
20 to like 60 feet. And that's like, but it's like, there's different ways to scale a wave. There's like, most people would think like a 6-foot wave is as big as like a 6-foot tall man. But technically, if you're judging it, you judge it from like the backside, or like that's how you judge it Hawaiian. So you judge it from the backside. So it's like how many feet like overhead is the wave. So
you're not judging it by the face of it. You're judging it by kind of.
Not really. Yeah. I don't know. It's like very confusing, but like it's all like from video and
they kind of measure it,
and you can measure it.
Do they pull them into the wave with the
So no, actually. Well,
you can't paddle into that, right? I mean,
yes, you can. That's been the evolution of it. So the evolution of like big wave surfing is everybody for like Laird Hamilton is like a pretty famous name, but he started really that toe in revolution, which was like he was one of the guys getting the biggest waves, and they're strapped into a surfboard that's smaller. So let's say it's like 5, 6 or 6 foot if you're like a 6-foot dude, and they're getting towed in. So the jet ski is pulling them back around. They're waiting for sets, and they get kind of towed in. And they make these crazy waves. So that's how Albie and his friends started. And then he and his buddies, they had like a pretty unique crew of guys who all were like really young, like 15, 16. And they started to paddle. So when they paddle, Albie's paddleboard is about 8'8", like 8 feet, 8 inches long. And it's heavier, and it's like a gun. That's what they call them. That's like a surf term, is a gun. Okay. And they paddle, and it's way gnarlier because obviously you're paddling into a wave that's like 4 stories tall. And you're getting the wind and everything whipping back. So you're basically dropping in blind and just being able to maneuver a board that big and like knife it and make the wave. It's so gnarly.
You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like pushing into Wallenberg. Whether they are dropping in, they're both gnarly. It's both gnarly, but pushing is a little.
But it's like you have to push into Wallenberg, and you have to do like a fucking half cab flip or something.
You know what I mean? Like
you can't just ollie it. You've got to like do some crazy shit.
Right.
It's very similar to that, or like, but it's kind of like pushing into Wallenberg, but then still being you're strapped to your board.
Do you get nervous at all watching him?
Yeah, he almost died this winter.
Oh.
The first time I got to see him surf Jaws was they have an event. So the WSL, World Surf League, runs an event every year. It's called like the Piahi Challenge, which is where the wave Jaws is. And it's crazy because you can get maybe 2 or 3 swells a year that allow jaws to break and break like that good. So they're on hold from like November to March. So you have like this whole like period of waiting time, but they had their contest relatively early.
Okay.
So, and it was all time. Like we pull up at probably 6 and the first heat's going out. And it was like, we were seeing guys get barreled and spit out, which is like what you want to do is you want to get these big waves and have it come over you and whatever.
Okay.
And so the waves were like all the time. It was really clean, glassy, offshore winds. And it's crazy because these dudes often only get to surf this wave. Like there's no practice time.
Yeah.
Like you're just like their contest is on.
Yeah. Like,
and
go.
there's maybe like a few times you've gotten to do it. So a lot of dudes are going out there not even having really surfed the wave.
Oh my
but
God.
Albie has more experience than most. And he definitely like didn't feel that great that day. He was kind of off. But we pull up, he's putting, so they wear inflatable vests.
Oh,
so he's wearing a wetsuit that's like short, not long arms or legs, like shorts, tank top, and it's got inflatables on the front and back, and he pulls them if he needed to.
So he could get
so
up
he's
to
testing.
Right.
Yeah, if he has to get up to the surface. So he's testing it, and he's all like kind of rushing. I don't know why he did this, but he had to be like in the water, and like 15 minutes before he had to be in the water to like get out to his heat. I remember we were putting the suit on. It was just like, the timing was weird. And he goes to zip up his suit.
Oh, no.
And like 4 or 5 of the zipper, like little nodes that like tie the zipper together broke. And it's like plastic. And he's like, fuck, if I pull this, the whole vest is going to blow open and it's not going to work.
Oh.
But he didn't have another, this is like how he operates. Like he didn't have another suit or anything. And he's just like, well, fuck, I guess I can't, like, I just got to make my waves. And like, I don't worry because that would make me spiral into a whole thing. And I fully trust him. And he's the most intelligent, like, waterman that I know. So I'm not really stressed about it. And we walk down, he gets down to these rocks. And what they do is he paddles out through the shore break, and you can either paddle all the way out or your ski comes in and gets you, because everybody has like a safety crew and a ski that you're like allotted to. You have an extra board out there. Okay. It's intense. Like it's not like anything else I've ever seen in my life. So he's also riding like a brand new board, which was a little bit gnarly.
Okay.
Like a board he had never surfed, which was like a little sketchy.
Did he have new booties or old booties?
He did no booties.
Oh, okay.
Just the suit.
Okay.
Water's warm.
Old suit.
No
Old suit, new board. I'm just trying to bring this back to skating real quick, you know.
Yeah, I know. You're like, how do you? It's basically like if you're going. I guess it's like different with skating because you're typically riding the same like skate deck, and it's just like how you put your grip on. It's gonna feel super clean and like poppy. But boards are weird because, so he goes out, heat starts, he gets a wave, and it's fine, safety wave, kind of just to like, it's a big ass wave, but he gets one to stand up. And the second wave he goes on, I'm sitting on the cliff with his filmer, Dan, who's a good friend of ours. And Dan's filming. And he gets on this wave, and it's like one of the bigger waves, obviously, of the heat. And he drops in, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he straightens out instead of like knifing it and like trying to get barreled or go through the wave. The wave's coming like this, and he basically like straightened out. And as he's trying to outrun this wave, the whole thing falls on him.
Oh my God.
And I'm just watching, and I'm like, fuck, that wasn't good. And I look at Dan, and I'm like, that wasn't good. And Dan's like, he's fine. But Dan knew it wasn't good.
Right.
So now you're looking for him in all the white water, and you're like, where is he? Skis come through. Great water safety team. Like these dudes have been doing this for years. So, and a lot of these guys are big dudes, so they can pull. My boyfriend's like close to 200 pounds, 6'3".
Okay.
And like these dudes can pull him out with one arm kind.
Wow.
So yeah, it's cool. So these dudes are looking for him. He finally pops up his vest. He did pull it, but it's fully broken open.
Oh, wow.
Like he said it was going to be. His board ditched, gets washed up on the rocks. Like the board's gone. They're checking him out, and he's like, the skis have these little things that are set up on the back that you can grab onto and hold. They're like little floaties, but they're like a big area for people.
Like a little boogie.
And he's
board.
on that, and like a big boogie that pulls him.
Yeah.
And he's on that, and he's like throwing up.
Oh shit! Swallowed a lot of water.
I wasn't thinking that. I'm like, he has a head injury.
Oh.
Like he has a fucking super bad concussion. So they pull him to the side. The contest is still going on. Usually too, like on a live feed, because the whole thing is broadcast live, they usually will like show wipeouts again. They didn't replay his wipeout. So everybody who's at home watching it is like, did he die?
Right.
Because they're not giving like updates. He spends like 25 minutes like way out on the ski. Like he's messed up.
Yeah.
Then he like tried to put another person's suit on and paddle out, but he couldn't see. He was so concussed.
Wow.
He was like not okay. And he ended up coming in and eventually came in, and like we didn't watch anymore. We had to go get him home, but like he was so lucky, but he had a really severe concussion. He had to go to the ER and do all that, and like he's still like, that was in January, and he's still not 100%.
Crazy.
He does this he's doing like an electrotherapy it's really cool. It's this guy in San Diego does it and offered to Albie to do this kind of treatment for free, but he basically like wears this thing on his head every day. I like have it right here.
It's got a bunch
he wears this thing on his head.
Oh wow. Looks like a VR.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it basically sends these currents through his brain, and it's supposed to, they do it with soldiers and people who've come back from war. It helps with like post-traumatic stress, or it also helps with like a concussion that you get from surfing isn't necessarily blunt force. It's not like what we would probably get skating, where like we hit our head in like cement. It's shaking. Yeah. So it's like, if you're in war and you have a concussion, it's usually from like a bomb blowing up or you getting shook like that.
Totally.
It's really gnarly, but he's really aware, obviously, of like CTE and like a lot of these things, and he's had concussions before, so he's been really careful and kind of doing everything he can. But it's gnarly because before last summer, he had double hip surgery.
Oh,
he had both his labrums like redone, and he had bone spurs that they had to like saw out, and then they had to get his labrums like re-anchored to his hips.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
So he's like doing pretty good, but like
he's got 2 new hips and a new hat.
He's a warrior.
Yeah, I feel so bad. He's just like one after the other. He just can't catch a break. So but he's been surfing forever, and
hopefully
he puts himself on the line like a lot.
I mean, you have to. I mean, that's some crazy shit. Those waves are no joke.
Yeah.
No joke.
No joke.
Yeah, and it's definitely, for him too, it was a full freak accident where it was, I usually would never think like he's going to take a wave that would compromise him like that. It usually would have been like he did something wrong and fell, but it was truly like he just got up on the wrong wave that did this weird thing.
Yeah, so. It seems to me like that vest you were talking about with the inflatable, seems to me like that's almost like a parachute, like getting ready to jump out of a plane. You want to make sure that everything is in working. You just want to, you don't want to be like, okay, you know what, broke a couple little teeth on my zip.
Totally.
Oh, this will be fine. I'll just jump. It's
crazy too, because I surf with him and I don't surf, and I surf and think waves that are big to me. Mm-hmm. And then I think about like what's big to me is like 1/8 of what the waves he surfs is.
Oh my God.
And I trip on the pressure, because I think I read something once where it was like every square foot of water, like from a wave, is like 60 pounds of pressure.
I could see that. Yeah.
So I just think of like, oh my God, the amount of water you're dealing with is just insane.
That's like tons.
Yeah.
And you know, if I'm not the beach guy, but
you don't say.
No, when I was younger, you know, even if there was a 6 foot wave, like just a decent wave, I'm the guy that's high stepping back into shore. Like I'm running away from it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they duck dive and do all this stuff. I used to boogie board.
Boogie boarding is nice.
It's fun.
Boogie boarding is great.
It's fun.
Boogie boarding is a fucking time.
It's good.
I see you more as a body surfer. No, Raj is more of a body surfer.
Raj is a body.
Yeah.
With his ponytail.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got one arm out with like the hand plane, just fucking getting barreled.
Super Raj through the wave.
Yeah, Super Raj holding on to the hand plane.
With a beer in his hand.
Yeah, with the beer.
With a Stella, like
yeah. He's got the Stella like a football, and he's just like. Yeah.
I'm sipping on it though too.
He's got a Camelback on full of beer, and I got a tube.
Oh, I like that better.
Right.
Camelback.
Skimboarding is fun. Skimboarding is really fun.
Skimboarding is nuts. I did a little bit when I was little, but dude, it's gnarly here.
I bet.
Like I thought, like I did all these things, and I came to like Maui, and it's 10 times gnarlier to do it here.
Dude, there's gnarly on the internet. I mean, on the internet where there's crazy stuff. There's some crazy videos of all the skimboarding stuff. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Dude, the skimboarders in like Laguna Beach are hectic.
So
they're really good.
Yep.
There's this guy Blair who gets like, he rips.
You know Blair?
I don't know if I know Blair.
The ocean's the best.
I'll pass. But what about skating out there? Now, I'm sure there's like a bunch of rad parks and stuff to skate out there.
Yeah, it's definitely like better than where I grew up.
Oh, really?
I don't know. They've gotten like 3 new grind line parks, and there's a cool little crew. These guys just built this like brand new mini ramp. And
how's the Maui Facebook page though?
I don't know, dude. I follow the Maui Police Department because at the beginning of quarantine, there's like all these like hippie kids from like Colorado and shit, and they were all like coming here and not doing the quarantine, and then they were getting arrested, and like the Maui Police Department just like fully like would put them on blast to like exploit them and be like, we're looking for Athena from Boulder, Colorado, and it's this like white chick with dreadlocks. And they like don't like, they would just come here and like be fucking idiots and like not be in their hostel.
Hawaii was one of the places that if you travel to, you'd need to do a 15. So if I traveled there,
have to do 14 days.
14 days.
14 days inside, and they will check in on you and call you and text you. And
that's what I'm saying. They're doing it right. You know,
we have 3 active cases right now, I think.
Oh wow! See, we're over here going to raves and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, you guys are fucking nuts.
I know.
That's why we left California. It's like we were in California and it was March, and so we're back for summer.
Yeah.
Albie's back for summer. He was doing his treatments in San Diego, and then his doctor was like, "Yeah, we're gonna." This was like probably that week that the NBA was like, we can't do it. Like that was when it got really real for us common people. Mm-hmm. We were like, they're not more live sports. Well, this is real. This is real, I guess.
I know.
And I, fuck the fucking administration, the president. They're not going to give us anything. But NBA shut down.
Oh, NBA. We'll listen.
Yeah, we'll listen now. So basically, his treatment center was like, yo, we're going to shut down, blah, blah. And Albie's like, well, I'm going back to Maui.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. And I was like, he's like, would you want to come? And I'm like, babe, I'm your ride or die. Let's go. So we went to Maui, and I've been here ever since.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's sick. There's like tons of shit to skate. And
nice.
It's really refreshing because it's obviously like the small town vibe, but there's so much shit to do every day. And another reason we came was like, obviously we have this house his parents have, and we knew that we could stay away from people really easy. Like it would not be difficult for us to isolate at all.
Right.
And his mom is just retired ER nurse. His dad's a retired paramedic.
Okay.
And we were like, dude, why stay here and add more bodies to California when we can be here?
Yeah, better be safer.
And Albie dives and fishes. So there was like a period of time where he was diving like every other day.
Oh.
And we were just eating fresh fish, and we have a little garden, and
Okay.
it's pretty easy to be sustainable here. So that was kind of the goal.
Right,
initially.
right. I know you went out there. I mean, obviously you still have your place back in Oceanside.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we thought we were gonna be here for a month.
Now that you're there, I mean, you've been there, what did you say, 3-4 months?
Since March.
Since March.
Like 4 months.
Was it weird though, trying to find, like, because you have your crew back home?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, obviously, like my roommate Nicole's like probably super pissed I left and just like left her with all the boys at the house.
Right.
That it's hard. It's super hard. I have a ton of friends. But it definitely was, I don't know. I think it's just like young love when you're like in that first year or two of dating somebody.
Sure.
And we love to do all the same stuff. And then coming here, it's like surf every day, skate every day. It was kind of like a no-brainer. And then obviously being stuck here has not been negative at all with what's going on. So.
Yeah. No, that's good. You got to be positive.
Like my only complaint is I wish I could share it with people. Like I wish I had my own place that people could come and stay if they needed to and be quarantined. But I do think that like bringing people here is not ideal right now.
Plus you got to stay wherever you are for 14 days too. So even if somebody came out there, then it's a whole 2-week process and then they're finally there.
It's not worth it. You're just going to sit inside and be hot and humid and like be super bummed that like I'm going to the beach every day.
So kind of switching directions wasn't, I mean, you said it was hard, but it wasn't that. I mean, obviously you found a new crews to skate with out there, new people. Maybe
I have some friends out here. Obviously, like Albie loves to skate and cruise with me. But in terms of like, I have a good crew. There's like my buddy Lion, who's like a snowboarder, lives out here. His buddy Miles, they rip. They're super good. I can kind of go cruise with them whenever. My buddy Greg Kaplan, he's the artist behind Plate Lunch. I don't know if you're ever familiar with that brand. He did like a lot of t-shirts and like print design.
Oh, sick.
He did a lot of it in like the surf world too, but he's got a super epic spot over here and like a little backyard bowl that he added to. And it's just like good crew.
Is it weird being away from the industry?
Yeah, but it's super nice.
It's okay.
Like I get worried like as things were, because when things started opening up again, I was like, oh, we'll go home soon. Because I want to be like available to shoot and go film again with people and stuff. But then we're like watching everything get shut down again. The numbers spike and.
But not to say that you can't do your work out there, but it kind of the industry's here and we're, this is where it's at.
I've been filming and trying to get stuff done for sure. We have a pretty epic little community of like videographers and photographers, and they're obviously hungry for work too. So that's pretty epic.
It's good. So
it's definitely hard to like not know I can just like get in the car and meet like 10 people in LA to skate, but at the same time, this might be the only time I can do something like this, and being like as young as I am and like until I like settle down. I'm definitely enjoying the slower pace.
Yeah, I like slow pace.
This winter and last fall, I filmed a video for JuneShine, which is a hard kombucha brand that I'm like a investor in, and just like a bunch of my good friends. That's like how I know my boyfriend and that whole crew.
Oh, but hard kombucha.
Yeah, like 6% alcohol.
Because some kombucha has alcohol in it just by
it's naturally like fermented.
Right.
But you can like just make it more if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's obviously it's organic.
Yeah.
Gluten-free.
Oh.
No added sugar, just honey, some green tea.
Right up your alley.
Some June kombucha. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's epic. It's delicious.
Let's get Gavin on it.
So you filmed a part for Gavin. So you filmed a part for them.
Yeah, I filmed. Initially, it wasn't a part. It was kind of like going to be like a profile piece. And, we ended up doing a bunch of skating, and Jankum was going to. So we're at JuneShine's out of San Diego. That's like where the brewing is, and our 2 main tasting rooms. And then we opened up in Manhattan and Brooklyn. And in April, we were supposed to open up on I believe it's Grand Street, right next to Supreme in Brooklyn. There was a pop-up and we were going to open up a tasting room for about 3 months into the summer. And it was so cool. We had like a mini ramp, like Keen built us a mini ramp, and it was basically going to be a public place. So you just came and you sign a waiver. You can skate whenever you want. I did like a 40-foot mural, and then COVID happened. And so we just have like paying like so much money for this space that we ended up not being able to open. But we're still going to kind of like release a little video with actually Jenkum.
Oh, cool.
So Ian is working on, like, I think he's going to edit some of the clips together, and it'll be low key. It's not going to be like my seance part, but it's definitely like just new shit. It's fun.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
Stoked. It's nice to like know that you're sitting on clips during this time and like nothing's come out yet, because we all know how valuable it is.
Oh, yeah.
When you're not traveling for like 6 months.
I know. Yeah. I'm digging in the crates trying to find some throwbacks. No, but
I just start posting baby pics. Fuck it.
Baby, I know. That's here. You guys want a throwback? Here's a throwback.
There you go.
Here's a throwback.
What about now? Any Adidas stuff? Adidas, maybe video
Adidas,
parts?
yeah.
Or you guys working on anything? Welcome.
Definitely not traveling.
Oh, I know that, but still could be stuff in the works.
Is obviously still making sure we can produce enough boards to keep all the shop stocked, because that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Dude.
Too gnarly right now.
Save your boards. I have 2 boards right now that I just keep alternating.
Oh, seriously?
Like, okay, I'm gonna go try something. I'll go ride this board, and if I'm like trying to shoot a photo, maybe I'll just put this one back on, because like actually like 2 boards.
Oh,
but I'm getting a shipment next week.
Oh, so you're actually
because I was like, I don't go through boards crazy, and we just had so many shops and shit we were trying to like fulfill, and I just know Bareback and like we're not Bareback, but like PS Sticks and all these board manufacturers are fucking struggling.
Oh, the whole industry is a board shortage.
It sucks.
It's crazy.
And it's like the first time probably, right? We've ever had a board shortage in our life.
As I can remember,
Never heard that problem before.
No.
Time for more
so
boards.
I've been saving my boards.
So you don't have 2 boards with 2 trucks and wheels. You actually switch them out.
I swapped out the deck.
Okay.
And this is not like, this was like literally like my doing. Like I just didn't ask. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to like see how long I can make these boards last. Cause we're just waiting cause Jason and the guys went and got like team boards made and stuff. But, I just knew, I was like, cause for a while parks were closed here and it rains a lot. And I was just like, fuck it. Like it's good to take a little break. And, then skating again, it's like, oh shit, I need boards. Yeah. But like, I would so much rather go and buy a deck and make sure like a shop gets fulfilled right now.
You're helping a shop and the board company too.
Yeah.
So it's like, there you go.
And you get royalties off of it.
Buy your own board.
Yeah, you get $2 back.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's like no issue here, dude. So I know where the shops are. We have some epic little shops here on Maui. We have this one Up Country, and then High Tech, and we even have a Zoomies, so I know where I can go get some shit if I need it.
There you go.
Awesome.
Go in there, buy your own board.
But I do have a box coming next week.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'd buy my own board. I think I'd buy a different board.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whose board would you buy?
Yeah, who's board?
I don't ride just my board.
Yeah.
I'll probably just go pick up one of the other ones. The Moon Trimmer 2. That's like my other favorite shape.
What if they don't have welcome boards there? What would you buy?
Oh, shit.
She's not supposed to answer that question.
I know.
No, I don't even know.
Question.
Support your favorite skater, you know?
That's such a... Because I'm trying to think of the last time I bought a board. Because before I was on Welcome, I was on Hoopla. And then the last board I bought was probably either an Enjoy board or a real board.
Okay.
I remember.
Nice.
But that's not, I'm not saying that's what I would buy, but...
Yeah, the last board
I would buy one of those. I would...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know.
I was just going to say the last board I bought, I was in Barcelona, ran out of boards, and I bought a Micmo board. And it was like 60, 70 euros.
Yeah.
Which back then it was almost double.
It's kind of cheap for Europe.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. But it was double from, it was like, I spent like $120 American.
Boo-hoo.
I was pissed at Micmo. I was like, fuck, man.
He got the royalty on that one.
I know. I told him. He still owes me $2. Yeah, no, the board shortage is kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts.
It's gnarly.
Yeah.
It's super gnarly. I I don't know. There's this like weird part of me that's like, fuck, this is like, we needed this. Okay, I have this kind of crazy theory. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's super nuts. It's super crazy.
Love crazy
So I have a theory, right?
Okay.
That this is not scientifically proven. I have done no science to prove this, but I believe that a lot of us suffer from depression, anxiety, handful of other ailments, mental illness related problems, not only from a chemical imbalance, but I really believe that the consumer lifestyle is extremely dangerous. And I think that we've grown up in this society where it's like, we go to the store, we can like buy hamburger helper. We can go buy water that's bottled. We can go buy toys and things that we want to play with, skateboards, etc. We don't have to build them. We don't have to hunt. We don't have to fish. We don't have to scavenge or like source anything. And I think that like, because of this consumer world that we live in, there's like this huge like human like thing, which is that hunt and gather, that kind of like strive for, is lost. And it's kind of like, it probably like aligns with like passion. Like a lot of people who are really passionate about things, example, skateboarders, we're passionate because we go out and we'll try a trick for 5 hours and we'll try things and we won't even get it sometimes.
Right.
But it's that like animal instinct of going and like landing it and bringing home that clip or whatever.
Right. Bringing it.
And I have this like theory that like, because humanity is so, we have so much at our disposal, we're like missing this big factor. So a lot of us don't get those endorphins and things. And I think that like, because of the way things are happening, like the idea of like saving these 2 skateboards that I have and like seeing how long I can make them last, it's like exciting. And
it's like survival also.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, survival mode. And like, I think a lot of like, we haven't experienced this type of thing, a pandemic, like all the civil issues that we're like living with. I think there's so much going on that we don't know. We can't predict what's going to happen necessarily in the next 6 months to a year or whatever, based off of what's already happened.
Sure.
So I don't know. I kind of have this like really interesting, and like as somebody who suffers from anxiety and things, I just feel like, you know what, that's like a pretty interesting thing, because I know that my anxiety goes away when I'm getting my endorphins up and when I'm like skating and doing things I'm passionate about. Or even if like Albie and we go out on like the jet ski for a day and like he catches like a fish and shit, and I'm like, oh, like my inner caveman is like all horny, and she's like, yeah, we got fish, like ripping off my shirt on the fucking boat on the jet ski. I'm like, let's go. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna build a fire when we get back, and we're gonna cook this fish.
We're gonna build a fire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
No, I like that theory. I think you're onto something.
That's how Kelly feels when he goes to the supermarket and gets toilet paper.
Oh, your endorphins.
I think it's like the same reason like you see so many people who are like taking this time to like do projects, and like they're like, I got a toothpick and a fucking container of paint, I'm gonna redo my kitchen. And you're like, fuck yeah, you are, let's go.
Right.
Like, well, we gotta get
the normal everyday life is you go to work, you come home, you eat dinner, you go to sleep, you wake up, you go to work. It's just,
that's not healthy.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think every day it's good to like have gratitude, to like understand how lucky we do have things, you know. And like,
completely.
Like even like I trip out all the time that I have a car, all the time.
Yes.
Like,
dude,
amazing. Oh.
I bought a car. I bought a little Maui Cruiser.
Oh,
I bought a 1999 4Runner.
What?
Because I haven't had a car for 4 months.
Oh, okay.
And it was fucking detrimental to my life.
Right.
And then when I got the car and I was like, I'm 16 again. I'm like driving down the street with the windows down, the music's up. I like went and bought like a fucking caffeinated beverage. I was like, I don't even drink this shit. I was like, what's up? It's like what you do when you get your freedom.
Yeah. Holding the fish out the window.
I had the fish. I tied the fish in the back. It was like flopping on the ground.
You're living the life out there.
I know. I like it.
I am.
I like
it's really good.
It's something about that hunter-gatherer thing, you know? It's like, man, I don't even remember the last time that I hunted or gathered.
Yeah, like when was the last time, like, I don't know. I just have this. I just feel like we all need to be like challenged in different ways, and because of like the little habitual things that we get into and that consumerism, we're not challenged.
Right.
And obviously, when you're a little kid and when you're younger, you do get challenged in weird ways. Like your parents are like, you have to do swim team, and you're like, fuck, that's challenging.
Right.
You have to like go up and talk to that person you don't want to talk to. That's challenging. But then you become an adult and everything, there's all these like mundane like things. And yeah, it's hard. You don't get challenged. But
well, with skateboarding, we do receive that, fulfillment.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Even if we don't land the trick, you go home defeated,
anything.
but you still feel like, oh,
Yeah.
I really worked today.
But anybody who's doing something, I think even in like an artistic endeavors, who like people who create, people who do art, I think are looking for the same kind of like release. People who build, like I love people who build things.
Right.
Like I love people who like do carpentry or who are construction workers and like who build stuff from the ground up. Like that is the most satisfying thing to do. Like so cool.
Totally.
Like stuff like that is just really epic.
I see that. Have you seen that Instagram account, Nature is Metal? Have you seen that Instagram account?
Yes.
Dude.
It's
nut. You know
how good is it?
It's amazing, but I'm lucky that we don't have to go out every day like that. Where we're like
and kill some shit and like be bloody and like be gross.
Do some gnarly shit just to eat. You know what I mean? Just to eat for the day.
Or to get water. I mean, most of the world still lives in this fight for clean water.
Absolutely.
Crazy,
like
right?
that's what's so gnarly is like we're over here
running the shower before we get in.
Running the shower.
Yeah. Like brushing your teeth
building
and shit.
Like
when you brush your teeth, you leave
in our front lawns and shit.
And
then there's
right?
kids walking 10 miles.
Sprinklers on in the middle of the day.
Fucking dirty water.
Yeah, it's nuts.
There's actually a really interesting show. And I don't even remember the name of it, but I think it was a Discovery Channel show. And it was basically all of these people, all of these children from all over the world. There was like indigenous tribes, people like countries and places I had never heard of, right? And it was all about trips kids were taking to get education, like to go to school. So you had like these kids who had to like get in a boat at sunrise and like paddle through reeds. Like they had made this boat and like canoe through reeds to go to school and then do like a 3-hour canoe back.
Just for an education.
And then there's like another, and then there's another one where they had to like scale a mountain just to go to school. It was amazing. And it was like the most like humbling thing I've ever seen.
And here we are pissed that the school bus just pulled up.
Yeah, here we are and we're just like.
Time to go to school.
Yeah.
I got my peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch.
Yeah, crazy times.
Yeah. But we're all here. We're all surviving,
We're all here. And I do think like for me, what this time has done and like the COVID and the quarantine, it's really made me think like, what do I need in my life versus what do I want?
Right.
Where I've definitely come to think like what I need is I need to be like outdoors. Mm-hmm. Like I need the ocean. I need to be kind of like I've never really lived far from the ocean, but I haven't always utilized it how I probably should be. I need to be like in the ocean doing stuff. Like, yeah, I need obviously my skateboard. Mm-hmm. Like those are just like real basic things.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially in terms of like, I do need a car. So I kind of need a lot of shit, but I'm more appreciative of it now.
Right. Sure. It's all put into perspective.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of your skateboard, let's talk. What? Well, no, people love on the show when we talk about people's boards and their setups and stuff like that, and what they ride, and because everybody's so different, Everybody's Ashad puts 3 washers on. He's a madman, He needs his trucks a certain way, and
we're all like that though. We're all like
totally
little fucking freak shows.
So, what kind of freak shit do you do with your board? What do you?
I spend 4 hours like doing a grip tape.
No, you don't. Do you really?
Yes.
like paint it though? You're not.
She gets artsy with it.
So
you get
So I have OCD.
Okay.
Like actually, but it's so funny because I have always enjoyed doing different grip tape patterns. I think a lot of skaters do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know how I started doing it, but I just started cutting up one sheet of grip tape and utilizing it a certain way. And then I started cutting it up into just little tiny squares.
I gotcha.
And I think the first time I did it, I cut it up into like 1-inch squares, which is like a sheet of mob is probably like 33 inches long.
At least.
Yep.
By like 9 inches or something. So it's a lot of cutting. And it's grip tape. So you're going through like a razor blade and a half,
just gonna
right?
say, yeah.
And like I use a ruler and shit, and I use like my little cutting board. But right now, my favorite way to do that style grip is I love to take one sheet of grip and I like to spray paint it or like add dimension or art to it. So I like spray it or put some acrylic paint on it. And then I either cut it up into like 2-inch squares, or I'll cut it up into 2-inch squares and then I'll do the diagonal. So it makes a bunch of triangles. And I like to create this like, where I got it was the pattern was I was on a Delta flight once, and some of the new Delta planes have a pattern on like the wall. So this is like where my OCD comes in a little bit more too, is like when I'm on an airplane, I have a really hard time flying.
Okay.
I like couldn't fly for like a year once.
Oh, wow.
But I have it pretty much under control. But when I'm on an airplane, like if you're watching me from afar, which we all do, we all sit on airplanes and like quietly judge everybody else around us. If you're watching me, you're like, this chick's nuts. You're like, this chick's fucking crazy. Like she's going to blow this plane up.
Well, I got to stay away from my baggage claim.
Yeah. So I'm like sitting on the airplane. I'm usually in the back because I hate the front of the plane because I always feel like people are like behind me watching me.
Okay.
I'm a crazy person. But I love the back. I like being near the bathrooms because before I fly, I have to pee like at least twice because I'm so scared they're going to be like, you can't get up to pee. And I'm just like going to pee myself.
Right.
And I do these little things where I listen to meditations on my like Spotify and to like mellow out before the plane takes off. But I like to like visually look at things and like find patterns. And it calms me down.
Oh.
Super hard. But I'll find patterns in everything. I'll find patterns like in an article of clothing somebody's wearing. It's fucking nuts. But I basically was just looking at the wall, and the Delta plane had this like just pattern, but it was really light in like the plastic like on the wall. And it's this pattern that's just a square with triangles. But the triangles create dimension. It makes it look like they're like, they almost look like studs or something.
Sure. Okay.
I've had people who are like, your grip looks like acid tabs. Because it's like little triangles. And I'm just like, I wish I could be like, fuck, I didn't mean to make it like that. I did it because it's from a wall on the Delta flight I was having a panic attack on. But yeah, for sure.
People did think I was on acid on the plane. But
people thought I was tripping balls. But no, I was just really just trying to leave my body. But yeah, so I just like, what I like to do though is because of the way I like to make the triangles, I like to get as much of a gradient as I can. So I'll use like 1 or 2 spray paints to get the different colors. And then I like to put like the darker triangle on the bottom and the lighter one on top, and then mix and match the other ones. But it will create this like pattern. And the best part is when you can get them like, obviously when you can cut the squares and the triangles that like are perfect, like literally getting it as seamless as you can make it.
Right.
And then also having it like be really even looking. So you know what I mean? Like using one sheet of grip and then making it like getting all the colors right and making it so it looks really even.
You're basically like doing a puzzle on your board. Almost.
I'm doing a puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm creating
a puzzle.
Exactly. I'm creating a puzzle.
That really does take you 4 hours or so usually?
The last one I did took almost 4 hours because I was watching TV.
Okay.
Do you ever just like...
But it like... Do I what?
Do you ever put on just a normal sheet of grip tape? Like a normal sheet of mob?
I have, but like I usually have to draw on it. I haven't just skated a plain sheet of grip tape in like years.
Like you need some type of pattern or some type of something going on.
Yeah. Because then I'm just like, I'm not excited about it.
Right.
Like I am, but I don't know. It's
it's cool.
I think it's awesome.
It's nice to it's fun. Yeah, it's super fun.
You should do a Nora grip tape with the pattern already on the back side of it, like the triangles. And she's just got to cut it out herself.
That would be cool, and then you could just cut it yourself.
Yeah. And have numbers on it so you could like color by number.
That would be super sick. Gavin and the guys at Mob are always like, we have a laser cutter at NHS. You got to come up.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Right.
Imagine if I could just like go and just do whatever. Like if I could do the grip tape pattern that I like always do, and it would take like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We should work on some. I don't know if you knew this, Nora, but I'm TM for Mob now.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, you're my new TM.
Yeah. Yeah. So
all right, so we're gonna do this thing. They're gonna be acid tabs.
Okay.
Perfect. We're on it.
So you got the grip tape.
So sick.
You got the grip tape. You do that whole pattern thing. Like what's your board? What size board do you ride?
Like 8.6.
8.6.
Anywhere in that zone. Yeah.
Oh wow.
'Cause my board is called the Wicked Queen, and that's 8.6.
Oh.
And then we do the same shape. We do it like another version that's like 8.1, and then we do a 7.6. We did like a little, like a mini.
Okay.
But anything in that area, 8.5 or 8.75.
Wow, it's a big board.
Yeah, but it's only biggest at like where the front trucks are. So it gets down to like 8.3.
Yeah. Huh. I just set up at 8.3.
I have a big foot.
Wow. What size? You don't have a...
I like a woman's 9.
Woman's 9, which is a men's...
7.5.
Men's 7.5.
Yeah. Okay. And then trucks, wheels, bearings, bolts.
My trucks, I use the crux. Mm-hmm. And I usually switch them out for... I switch out the bushings for the bones.
The bones.
Medium ones.
Should we not tell anybody?
The medium ones are good.
Yeah, the mediums. Because I like to ride them really loose, but I like that little washer, the metal there.
Yeah.
But I like when I shake my board, there's that nice sound
You got a
loose truck.
So 8.6 board. Well, what's the size truck?
8.5.
So they do it in
9, 8.5, 8.25, 8.
Oh, that's amazing. They actually do it by the board size.
They do it in inches.
Yeah, it's 6. I don't know if it's like a 149 or like a 159 probably.
No, Nora. The whole thing is just I'm so disgusted with the truck side of it all. Because not every truck's different. Yeah, I'm saying 149. What do you ride? All right, a 151.
That's why you should just ride Crux. Just fucking make your life easier.
Yeah, well, see, if you only fuck with Crux, then you know what you're talking about. But if you only fuck with Indy, you know that language. You know what I mean?
But if every truck was if every truck had the same measurements, we'd all be on the same page.
Go be badass with your fucking Indies and your bullshit. I'm gonna be over here with my 8.5 Crux. No bullshit. Straightforward.
I love it.
Straight fucking forward.
It makes sense.
Boom.
You know, I don't have to do a conversion and all this stuff.
Does it have a bottle opener in the truck?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It does.
I'm just gonna ask. It still has that.
There's a hole. There's a fucking hole.
Now the hole wasn't it.
What?
It wasn't designed for a bottle opener, was it?
Yeah.
Or it just happened to be.
Actually, I don't know. I appreciate whatever the fuck it's there. It's been there from the beginning, but I appreciate whatever it's there for.
It got smaller though. The hole did get smaller.
Oh, it did.
I never tried Crux, but I always heard they were really good.
Yeah.
I always heard that. And I love the marketing they do. Alex White does a great job over there.
Mm-hmm.
Alex White's the fucking best.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, did you see that shit? Barracks posted this thing and it was like, women's battle at the barracks commentator. Alex White is now the LGBTQ and non-binary like brand person at NHS. But it was like, we were all just like, it's actually Alex White, the Crux brand manager. Like they just posted her as like being a commentator.
Right.
And we're like, well, actually, she's the brand manager at Crux.
Yeah, she's rad.
She kind of runs shit.
She is a good commentator, though.
Yeah, that's where I met her. I met her at the Battle of the Barracks thing.
Yeah. She's a legend. Have you seen the video of her getting arrested?
No.
What? No.
Look up little girl gets arrested on
what?
Wait.
Just that simple?
I know. Little girl gets arrested. It's Alex White.
No, I'm gonna YouTube it. Let's see. Little girl.
Was this when she was younger?
Sure.
Okay.
It might have changed. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's totally changed.
Well,
So, yeah. Oh, God. Don't look up little girl gets arrested.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like it'd be a good thing to watch.
we'll find it. We'll put the link in the description.
It used to be like girl skater arrested.
Oh.
Little, this is the title of the video though. Little girl skater gets tackled by security guard.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
This is fucking iconic.
Where is that? Okay, she's gonna skating some school. Here comes it's a little choppy, but this guy is running up the
stairs. Is that her?
No, it looks like a
yeah.
That is her. Okay. Hard to see.
She's probably like 16, but she looks like 12.
Looks like a college campus, maybe.
It's probably like Monterey or like it's up there.
Okay.
What?
Watch, this dude comes around the corner. Oh shit.
Okay.
Watch this shit. This is so funny.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What?
Jeez.
Yeah, Monterey.
Oh, he's got his little walkie-talkie between his two fingers.
It looks like a Disney cartoon though, like a movie. Listen to him talk.
What? And the other dude's just standing there, filming it?
Oh, it's a hotel security guard.
Are you kidding me?
Their banter is like the funniest shit.
Oh my god. All right, that guy takes his job a little too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she just gets like talked to, but like it's so funny. Like the way he tackles her and then is like berating her. How many times have we had this conversation? 1 time, sir. Nope, that's not true. You're right, sir. 2 times.
Oh my god.
It's like it looks like a scene out of like a weird Disney like late night movie where like kid gets arrested for skating and the cops just like having this weird like banter conversation with them.
He totally had like the Secret Service walkie-talkie too. He didn't even have a walkie-talkie. He was like talking into his hand like, we are one detained.
He was so funny.
Oh my god.
Like, we've got 1 detained. He like says a number. He's like, we've got a blankety blankety blank. Like, it's insane.
Oh jeez.
Anywho, Alex White's a legend.
It's legend.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
that. Wheels. We were talking about board setup. What size?
Some, I don't know, anywhere between 54, 56.
54,
some OJ
56?
Elites.
OJ Elites.
I like the rounder shape versus like a square.
Yeah.
I like a rounder wheel.
Okay. Skinny, wide.
Skinny is pretty sick.
Okay.
But right now they're pretty wide.
Okay.
So, I don't know. That's not.
It's not here.
I don't discriminate.
Okay. Bearings. Bearings.
Bearings are some. I like the Bronson Raws.
Now, why are they raw? Do they not have the cap on them or something?
They don't have the shield
The
on
shield?
the front, like the outer side. Yeah. Which, like, my theory with not having a shield is that, like, everything that gets in there just gets spun right back out.
There you go. Yeah. I ride Bone Swiss.
Like, have you ever gone in like
Including
a
the oil.
tire?
Have what?
Including the oil. Okay, Roger. The oil. You know what? I haven't had a fucking problem with my shieldless bearings. So.
Oh, I ride Bone Swiss and I pop those shields off every time. Every time.
Boom.
Even the beach. We skate down at the beach, sand in them, whatever. It's
Bone
just-
Swiss, $15. Pop those shields off. You know that's how much those shields are worth.
Yeah, they're
Probably
it's a
15.
Quarter,
What are
quarter
the
of the
Swiss?
price.
Like $70?
I don't
Like
pay for
60,
them.
like 50 or 60 bucks, right? I don't have no idea.
I get them for free, Nora. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I've always wanted to try the
Whose
ceramics,
presents we were in.
though. This bone ceramics.
Are those like ceramics like pottery?
I don't know. Because ceramic is fragile.
I never got that. Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
ball bearings that are ceramic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So is that gonna?
helps with the heat.
Oh, friction.
Isn't that what like cruiser boards are made or used for? Like the long boards, don't they have ceramic bearings?
For like downhill boards.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds really nice, but I don't know.
Bronson rods. So sounds to me like the only kind of board madness you have is the actual grip tape. Like that's the only thing that you really need to have a good skate
and
session.
Like, I don't know. I saw like a board once when I was at Welcome, and I used to work there, so I remember like I used to know all the boards and their shapes and sizes and everything. Mm-hmm. But we have like a lot more different shapes now, and things have been tweaked. So I go in there and I like see a board and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like I want to ride this shape. And I did that and I brought it home, and the wheelbase was like tiny, like 13, like way too small for me. Like I'm kind of heavy footed and like I got broad shoulders. I need a fucking bigger wheelbase. I need like 14 and like 3/4.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like changing the wheelbase is very
That's a wide wheelbase.
Wheelbases freak me out. Like too short of wheelbases are scary.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
Right.
No.
That's a drastic change, wheelbase.
Yeah, and it makes you feel crazy. Like I set this board up and I was all excited. I did the grip on it and everything.
Oh,
like took it out. I have like a ramp in my yard and like dropped in. And I remember doing like a rock and roll was like the nutsest thing I'd ever done. And I was like, what is this?
Oh, so you didn't even realize you didn't even realize it.
It sucked. It was such a bummer too. Cause I like put it all together and I'm still really stoked on the shape. But we're just going to make one with the normal wheelbase.
Yeah. Why would you make a small? I don't know. Wheelbase is important. I've set up
for shorter people.
Yeah, shorter people.
I guess so.
Shorter people.
Yeah.
Richie Valdez.
Saw him at the beach a week or two ago. He was ripping.
At the beach?
Yeah, he was skating down there with us.
Oh, at Venice?
Yeah.
How fucking good is Richie?
He's amazing.
Very good.
Yeah, incredible.
And he's a good human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. It's so fun because like we'll go film or do something, and like I always feel like especially shit if I'm like not getting something, because I literally am like, oh, Richie could have done this. God damn it.
Yeah,
I should be filming him.
He's good.
He always comes up with something random and new all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's just good to know that he knows what the battle's like when you're filming with him. I'm assuming he knows what you're going through.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah.
Completely.
What else? What else is going on? I mean, you're out there in Hawaii. You don't know when you're coming back. So
probably before like the end of summer, but
but it sounds like you're having a good time out there. It sounds like you're not really like
if I can skate here, I'm not really, or unless like we have something like if Paul hit me up and was like, you have to be in LA for this, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But we're all cruising.
Has there been a talk of when you guys would start traveling at all?
No.
Yeah, that's all I'm wondering when that
I
conversation.
still know if nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And like, I have a theory, like, I don't think we're going to be going to the Asian countries for a long time.
Oh.
And then like Europe is like not going to let us in.
Yeah.
So that's limiting a lot of stuff. I mean, I'd be super down for like Australia or New Zealand, but I don't know. I think until we really have like a hold on this or like a vaccine, I don't think we're going anywhere.
It's so crazy because even so many videos are coming out still. It's like every week there's like
I know, it's
all
like
these videos.
A lot of people
I
still
think it's
going
pretty
out
cool.
and security's a little more lax.
No, totally. But at the same time, I feel like some companies are just like, oh, we have this, like, let's put it out. We were going to film more, but let's just put it out now.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Is there going to be a huge gap in like new movies and television for us?
That's what I was wondering too.
Yeah.
I don't
for
know.
sure.
There's a lot of stuff that should have.
It's been on hold, like everything's been on hold for.
Yeah, stuff that's going to come out
How's
soon.
that one?
Haven't even been filmed.
How's that one? I'm really looking forward to it. A Quiet
Survivor?
Place, but the second, no.
Oh, the one with John Krasinski, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
What's it-
Emily Blunt.
What's it called?
I think A Quiet Place 2.
Okay.
I really want to see that.
That was the first one. It's when they have like you have to be really quiet. These crazy monsters. If they
You have
hear
to be quiet
you,
because
they'll
like the aliens
Yeah.
can hear.
No, that was another.
Oh,
what was the movie that came out where they're blindfolded? The Bird Box.
that was on
Bird-
Netflix.
Bird
yeah.
Box is super good. That was an
That was
movie.
great.
What's
That
her
was a
name
great
in
movie.
that?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
I
She's
love
a
that.
fucking goat.
I loved that. The movie was good, but seeing everyone react to that, like there people be like blindfolding themselves in the street.
Oh yeah,
like,
Bird Box Challenge.
Yeah.
I love that shit,
Yeah.
dude. That shit was funny.
There's so much good.
Well, some movies right now they're like
You can buy them.
Tiger King that came out at the perfect time.
Yeah.
because everyone's just like
I
not
know.
doing shit, and they're like, "Oh my god, this shit is insane."
And it was nutty.
Yeah, it was nutty. So
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
that was perfect timing for that.
Crazy.
Yeah, there were.
And now the rest of the world just has like America to watch instead of Tiger King.
I know.
What a shit
Th-
show.
this
It's
is-
exciting.
Hey, I was thinking. I saw Kanye West was like running for president.
Oh yeah.
I wonder. Do you think
Dude.
he's gonna make music still while he's president?
He
I don't think.
somebody needs to like get a hold of that man and like help him like not become president. Just help him. He is so dangerous.
We just need somebody who knows what they're
scares
doing.
me. He might scare me more than Trump scares me.
They're both scary.
They're both.
Because
yeah.
but it's the same. He has never voted in his life. Forbes did an interview with him. He has never voted in his life. He thinks that in order, every answer that he was given all of these questions. What about taxes? He's like, hey, I don't know about taxes, but I'll converse with a man of God on that. Like everything was God.
Jeez.
Everything was like, it was the craziest shit. He wants to like get rid of the separation of like church and state. He wants kids like in public schools to like praise God. He thinks Planned Parenthood is like the devil's work, like a white supremacist movement in order to like, oh my God, it's the scariest shit I've ever read.
We need somebody in there that knows
We
what
need
the hell they're doing.
somebody who's held a public office before.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Exactly.
Somebody who has a background in strictly politics and maybe nothing else.
Experience.
Yes.
Experience.
Some experience.
Experience
Maybe
is
who
good.
has a vagina. That might be helpful for everybody.
That would be
Maternal, loving, compassionate, thoughtful.
That would be great.
You
Give
should
a
run for
fuck.
president.
2020.
Yeah, probably not.
No. She's good there in Hawaii. It sounds like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A little good. I don't think I have the education for a presidential run, but I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I think
You'll do a better
I
job
don't know
than some
what.
people.
Yeah, it's wild. I always
think-
about people like that are in other countries looking at us. It's like,
Oh God.
what are you? What's
So embarrassing.
At the same time, it's crazy because what did we expect?
True.
What were we like? What were people like? Okay, we're gonna elect Trump, right? And what were they like? Okay, make America great again. What did I want to know what that fucking looks like to people?
Like, what was the
Or,
end
like-
goal with that? Yeah, like where?
What
we
was the end goal?
Yeah, like where are we going? Yeah, I don't know.
'Cause look at us now.
Everything just makes me so mad. You know, I
I
have to tune it
know.
all off. I have to tune it all out.
I have to
can't deal.
block
I can't deal
people
with
like
it.
all the time.
Oh, do you really? Oh, they're like
Because
shedding
I, like-
their political
Yeah,
views.
do you share a lot of political views on your social media?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Sure,
Because I was like, I don't know. I think I got to the point where I was like, all right, if people are going to allow me, because that's what it is. People are allowing me because they watch me skateboard. They're allowing me to like do this for a living. Like it's like the idea of being a public figure or something, or making a living off of doing something that's like in the public eye. And like, if nobody cared about me skateboarding, I wouldn't be able to skateboard. Right? That's like the basis of my job. And I feel like not sharing my opinions and views is not right because there are so many people who are suffering. And if I'm not speaking up or saying anything about it, then I'm as good as being on the side of like the oppressor.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though it may affect me negatively, like I don't give a fuck.
Right,
Like,
right.
these are
right.
my views.
No, it's
like-
amazing. It's amazing. And you're
And I think more people need to do that because more of us really all believe the same shit. Like more of us want true equal rights and
Right.
true representation.
Yeah.
But I think we're all like so fucking scared to say it.
it's a weird one for some people, I think. But yeah, also too, you got to be educated in
but
it
a lot
as well,
of people,
you know?
yeah, you have to be educated.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people like aren't willing to like take the time to like do a little research. But it's just so crazy to me because, I don't know. I just think it's so crazy to like not want to know what's going on and like not be able to like put yourself in the shoes of somebody who hasn't had like the life that you have, even though they're born in this like country that's supposed to allot them anything and everything that they want.
Yeah. Do you like fight with people, or do you just block them and move on? Like, because I'm sure that the DMs are just going crazy too.
I mean, I've gotten in like some weird shit with people. Like that week that we were all posting the black squares, like in solidarity for Black Lives Matter and like George Floyd and stuff. My boyfriend's birthday was that week, and I like did a whole story post and like made a video for him. And I had this girl like trip out on me, being like, you have like young girls who you're their role model and you're posting this stuff during all of this. And I was like, I'm fucking sorry. Like, I'm posting a loved one's birthday. Like, this isn't like, is that what we're supposed to do? Is we're just supposed to just like turn social media into this black hole of despair until we get reform? Like, I think posting like little, like, I still love watching people skateboard and create art and surf and live their lives and shit. Like, obviously, like, I'm not like expecting people to stop everything they're doing. I think it's important to be like reflective and not be like bragging and like throwing your privilege out there. But she just ticked me off, and I tried to talk to her, and she was just like, "You're bullying me."
Oh gosh,
like,
jeez.
I was like, "Okay, honey, I'm sorry." Like,
well, you could do both.
It's gotten to the point. Yeah,
it's not
that's what I mean. You can do both.
Right.
Like, we should all be celebrating little things that are awesome every day, because frankly, how else are we supposed to move forward?
Yeah.
And like, I know for a fact that the people I truly care about aren't taking offense to what I'm doing and know what my intentions are. So I just think people are so good at like, people are obviously so judgmental, but they're so good at being like, you're doing this wrong. It's like when people donate money and they're like, well, they didn't donate enough.
Or they're donating to the
Jeff
wrong
Bezos,
place, or this or that.
Yeah,
and you're just like,
or like Jeff
can I
Bezos
try? I'm
donating
trying.
millions of dollars. And it's like, people are giving like, I think it's like he donated $25 million or something.
Right.
Jeez.
And I'm not like support, like, I'm not like, I don't shop on fucking Amazon. Like, I'm not like that person. But people are giving him shit for like donating that much money, or like Bill Gates and his charity efforts. And it's like, you don't know, all of the people you know in your fucking life have not even made $25 million. And then on that, and not only have they not made that money, they're not going to fucking donate it. Like, it's just crazy to me. We all need to like step back and fuck, if I donate $10, $100, whatever.
It's all contributing.
It's all a contribution, and it's like awareness.
Yeah,
I just think it's
just
such a pointy fingers game, and like no one's doing it right, and you're just like, okay.
And that's a problem. That's a problem with social media, is you could try your hardest, but still somebody out there is going to say you're wrong.
Dangerous. It's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard. I mean, I can take ownership of the fact that I take things super personally. Like, that's just who I am. And learning how to be like, okay, like, this is not coming from that place. Like, just block this person, or like try to meet them where they're at or whatever. Yeah. But most of the time I'm just like, I spent enough time on my phone today.
And they'll just log into another account and go and
they'll make another fake fucking account.
Yeah.
With a goddamn sock puppet as their little profile thing, and they don't follow anybody, and they're gonna just go do their weird shit again. Ugh. It's just weird. I want to make an app. I think that there should be like an app that like then all of these bigger companies like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram would then like buy. And what they would do, it would like encode this thing. So where like whenever you said like a mean thing, like a comment, like if you sent a posted like a derogatory or mean comment, it got like forwarded to like your next of kin. So like every time somebody sent me like a fucked up or like a really derogatory thing, or
like their whole
something
family
on, like,
would see it.
like it would immediately get sent to like their grandma.
Right.
And then like little Johnny gets a phone call. What were you saying about this on the internet?
That's not a bad idea.
It's not, yeah.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
Man. Yeah.
Parental guidance. Let's go.
I'm not a big internet guy.
What?
No, just with social media.
Oh.
Social media, dude. Like I can't.
Get off it, dude.
I don't even look at my DMs
It's gnarly.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they're all great,
I mean,
but I just don't. I
know it
can't, I
sucks.
can't.
There's like a lot of. The thing is like for every like one person who's super whack, there's like 8 other people or 10 other people
totally.
who I'm having like a conversation with or an interaction with that's like positive. So
Right.
I'll take that.
That's the things you got to focus on because it's so easy to focus on that
dude.
one shitty comment.
Completely. It's like impossible. Can you hear me like pouring a drink?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
What do you got?
You heard it, right?
Yeah.
It's JuneShine.
I have a JuneShine, but I'm putting it in this thing that makes it cold.
Oh, what flavor?
Blood orange mint.
Oh, I love blood orange.
Blood orange is the
Wow.
best.
Blood orange.
I'm just saying.
What other flavors do we got? Blood orange.
So we have it set up right now to where all of the West Coast, I believe, all of LA, California, San Diego, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Nashville, Colorado, the Northeast, we can deliver it to your house in like 2 hours.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Damn.
6 packs.
Okay.
So
Raj is on his phone
our
right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Can we get some
Fuck,
delivered here?
we should have done it
I
at the
know.
beginning, and it would have arrived by the
Totally.
end of talking. Damn it.
So that's good though. That's good. So
Yeah.
2-hour delivery and
2-hour delivery, LA, San Diego.
Perfect.
Basically, we got blood orange mint.
Mm-hmm.
We have midnight painkiller, which is like a pineapple charcoal mix. It's fruity. We have ginger or honey lemon ginger. It's really
that sounds
good.
good.
Hopical citrus is a personal favorite.
Hopical?
It's kind of, it tastes hoppy like a beer.
Okay.
It's a citrus. It's like a really light. They're all super light.
Okay.
And then we have a new one called Strawberry Fields. That's strawberry.
Oh, I think the blood orange and the ginger lemon.
Yeah, those
sound
ones are like
good.
hot summer day.
Strawberry Field
Super
sounds
good.
good too.
Yeah.
Strawberry Fields is great. I've only had strawberry on draft, so I'm interested to see what it would taste
You kind
like
of got to
in
be a
can.
fan of kombucha, though. I feel like it's hit or miss. People don't.
I never drank kombucha before.
Oh, did you ever? You
And-
never tried it at least once or
I
something?
had sips of it, but there was like I didn't like the vinegary
Yeah.
aspect, and you're not going to taste that at all with JuneShine.
Okay.
It's much more of like if you like light beer, if you like bubbly stuff, if you like cider, if you like mixed drinks, like you're gonna probably love.
Okay.
How many calories are in that?
Kelly's counting.
I think there's like 160 in a tall can.
Okay. Oh, a tall can. Okay.
Yeah, they come in like we have little. Is it like a 8 ounce? What would that be? I don't know. We have the little cans and then we have a tall can. So the tall cans are like
So they're
160. And then we made the 100 ones, which are much lighter. So they taste more of like, they're much lighter in flavor as well, but those are just 100 calories. The JuneShine 100s.
Yeah.
Those ones are super good. We have like a hibiscus lime
Oh.
and then like a tangerine one.
Yeah, those are good flavors.
Yeah.
They're just nice if like you want to drink. Like I didn't start drinking until I was like 23. I was a little older. And obviously I don't do gluten. So I always really liked ciders, but ciders are super sugary
Yeah. Yeah.
and aren't great for you. And it's just trying to find like making an alcoholic beverage that's healthier, like truly all natural, truly like no refined sugars, just honey, and all that stuff. And then at our brewery and like at our tasting rooms, we have like the non-alcoholic ones, like
Oh.
they're really low. So if like you bring your kid or like someone who's sober, you can come and have a drink.
Little nice kombucha.
That's awesome.
It's on draft
Kombucha
and
draft.
stuff. Yeah, it's super nice.
Wow.
Yeah, kombucha's interesting. I tried it once a long time ago. I hated it. Did not want anything to do with kombucha. And then
Yeah.
I was at the store one day and I just went, let me just give it another try. Loved it. Loved it. You know, and now I'm not like a kombucha, like a regular drink.
You were on it for a second.
I was on it for a quick minute. Yeah. I'm a bit of a
Alexis
fan.
Sablone loves her kombucha.
Yeah.
And Ryan Lay. Ryan Lay loves his kombucha.
Oh, people make kombucha.
It's like if you're, yeah, he has like this, is it the SCOBY?
I don't know. There's a whole kit.
Blobfish you keep. Yeah, it's like a whole thing. But yeah, it's cool. It's super interesting to like learn about. And I just like, I had never invested in anything before. And so it was the process of watching a company grow and seeing that happen, especially in like an industry like I knew nothing about.
Right.
I don't know anything about beverage or anything, but it's really fun to see. My brother works there now. He kind of handles like a whole team. He handles a lot of like the delivery and the kind of like outside of the office type stuff.
Right.
He literally like will go and deliver shit. But
It's parkour. All
yeah,
day.
we got like fucking just running around jumping on shit. It's just a fucking monkey, man.
No, that's cool. But you're learning a lot
funny.
about it too, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super interesting. And it's great. It's like, I don't know, being involved in something that's growing like that. And then obviously like that's how I met my boyfriend and all of his friends, like one of his best friends growing up is the COO. Like he started it.
Oh.
And yeah, it's cool to watch
Well, we'd love to
and see everybody else get hyped.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah, I gotta send you guys a box.
Yeah.
That would be
I
tight.
gotta do that. Or you know what? We could order some
Hell
too.
yeah.
Just try it out.
Yeah, or just fucking send it off. Little gift box for
Thank
you.
you.
Fools.
That
We'd
would
love
be
that.
epic.
We'd love that. Definitely the ginger, lemon, and the
Blood orange.
Blood orange.
Blood
Ooh.
orange. For
Blood
sure.
orange, yeah.
Anytime I hear the word blood orange, like I'm sold.
I know.
Like whatever it is.
You get
Totally.
excited.
I get excited.
I get like excited.
Oh my gosh.
Me too.
Blood orange. Ooh.
Really rocks my core. Fucking
Love a good blood
life-giving
orange.
fruit, man. Have you ever had an actual blood orange?
Yeah. They're so good.
Just like how dark they are too, and you
I
like
s-
peel
I
it.
saw
cut
one
it
for the
open,
first time
yeah.
the other day. I was like, "What, dude? That's what it looks like." I had no idea.
It looks
Dude.
tie-dye
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
It's like this like weird.
Yeah. I want to like eat it, but sometimes I also want to like throw it at shit.
Oh.
See it like
Want to see it
explode.
explode.
Oh,
I want to see all the color.
What about Adidas? Any new collections coming out? What do we got?
Yeah.
Brewing under the hood. over
I got some soft good style shit coming out. I think in the fall or for holiday.
there. Rad. What do we
So
got?
that's cool. I think some t-shirts, and they're
Okay.
not going to be too wild in terms of the color palette. It's going to be like a little bit mellowed down, but
What do you
yeah,
mean?
some
though?
more stuff
Your
like
stuff
that.
hasn't been wild.
I mean, for a lot of people, pastels are wild.
Okay. I like pastels.
That's what I
Rajla, you was pastels.
I love pastels, but I mean, I just think
To the
I really like told like the crew, like the design crew, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give you some art and like honestly, like put whatever color you think is gonna do best.
oh cool.
with it.
So you kind of like gave them the art and then kind of put it in their hands, like, hey, whatever you guys want to do, like I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cause like I don't know, like there's a lot of things that I like to have like really a lot of control over. Obviously, like when I'm doing my grip tape and things like that. And then like when I create art, sometimes I get to this like point of exhaustion where I'm like, I've created the art and I kind of want to see, like, I'm like, okay, I want to see like what you guys come up with for this, because honestly, all the dudes and everyone who works at Adidas in terms of like their design and product department, like, fuck, they've got some great people, and I just like trust them because they see what's happening all the time in clothes and shoes, and they kind of have a really good idea of like what people will be stoked on.
Yeah, it's.
And I like to see what they come up with. I'm like, here's
Totally.
this piece, and
I mean, when you're working
what
with
you come
talented
up with.
people,
Yeah.
because like I'm really good at doing what I would want, like creating something that I would want.
Yeah.
But I don't think. I think it's great to do that a lot of the time, but not all the time.
yeah, I feel like shoes is a little more personal. like shirts and stuff like that. You could kind of like give out,
definitely.
you know, like, oh, do your thing.
Shoes, I would have a lot more of like way more particular about shoes and stuff. But when it comes to like t-shirts and like stuff like that,
soft
I'm definitely
goods.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Soft goods, like basic stuff too. It's not like we're not doing a huge like cut and sew range like my last one.
Okay.
Where it was like, oh, I got to go and like design every piece. We're doing more of like some short sleeves and stuff like that.
It's always nice to keep stuff coming out like that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, with fucking Adidas.
I know.
Like, I'm stoked.
Jeez.
Super stoked. And they have I can't say too much, but they have an insane, the stuff I've seen coming out this year, next year in terms of just shoes, just bringing like the classics, the heritage of like all the Adidas shoes back, like the Gazelles and things like that. Bringing that back, it looks really good.
Sick. Tell us
I mean,
more.
have you seen the new Boost knits?
No.
Have you seen the new
I
Boost knits?
have. Yeah.
Seen those.
They're like a cream with like a blue.
Yeah.
They have like a vintage, that like authentic little vintage look to them.
Yeah.
They look so good. They're basically like a really nice, clean looking shoe. I ordered Albie and I matching shoes.
Well, we talk about it on the. Go ahead.
No, we were just on Adidas today, and I was like, I'm gonna get some stuff, and because I came here with like 3 weeks worth of clothes, right? And I've been here for 4 months, right? So I gotta start mixing it up.
Sure.
Especially like when I'm shooting stuff, because I'll be like, I remember I was shooting something with my friend, and we like filmed a session, and we were going out again, and I wore the same outfit, but I didn't mean to.
Okay.
And he was like, I like what you're doing, like with the same outfit. It's gonna look like it's the same session. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nice at the same time, though.
Yeah.
Continuity.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to like play people.
Right.
But yeah. So I was looking at some stuff, and like we have Albie and I have very different style. And I was like, oh, do you want these? And I'm like pointing to all these shoes that I think he might like. And he's like, I want those. And he points at these new Business. And I'm like, really? Like, sick. Okay. And then I ordered them. And then I was like, fuck it. Yeah, I want these too.
Same color, everything. Yeah.
Same color, everything. And he's going to like, what I'm going to do is he's like, the box is going to show up and I'm going to hand it over to him and it's going to be my size. And he's going to be so fucking bummed.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, just kidding.
You're going to play a little prank.
I'm going to play a prank. I'm going to film it. I'm going to start a YouTube channel.
Perfect.
A whole thing.
I love it.
Couple pranks. That's my new
wow.
fucking business scheme here.
Is that how you
just
usually get
keep-
promo? Is that you go online and you have like do you have like a promo code that you use and it sends all to your house?
It depends. Like when it comes to like the skate stuff and like shoes, usually I just hit Paul or one of the guys up or Carl.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is I have like a little card and they put like money on the card. And then I use it as like a gift card.
Amazing. What's the number on the card? Love to try that out.
It is 1-800 none of your business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the PIN number is no.
No.
N-O.
Is that a capital N? Is it case sensitive?
It's actually capital N-O-P-E.
Capital N. Okay, I just got to put that. Okay.
And then in fine printed, this is Nora's card.
This is Nora's fine. Okay, fuck off. Okay. Got it.
But it's like really fine. Like you probably wouldn't see it.
Like magnifying. I got good eyes,
Chris,
though.
you should try it.
I'll try it.
Yeah,
Just
Chris.
try
Yeah,
it.
go on the website.
Just wing it.
Capital N-O-P-E.
But Albie's, I'm excited because Albie's parents are like hikers. Like they love to hike and shit. And they're both retired. So they're just like, and they can't travel. Usually they like to travel a lot. So they've been doing all these like, we've had like a lot of full moons like recently.
Oh.
Have you guys noticed this?
No.
There was
I feel
one
like we've
4th of
had, like, a
July
full
every month.
moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, but like sometimes you're just like, okay, wasn't the full moon like last weekend? Like it freaks me out.
Well, we've been sitting around
Anyway.
doing nothing for like 4
Yeah, you
months. That's
remember
probably
Yeah,
why.
that's probably why. But they did a hike for the full moon the other night, and I got her like this fancy little like fleece, a Adidas zip fleece. And she's like anything I'd give her, she'd wear. Yeah. But the last time I gave her something, it was like bright. It was like the colorful pastel stuff. And usually she wears like muted, like some black and gray.
Okay.
I got her like a nice black fleece.
Ooh.
It's gonna be sick giving that.
Scoring points to the parents.
You gotta get the boyfriend's mom some shit. Man.
Oh,
yeah. It feels so good to give people stuff.
I know.
It feels so good.
It's like almost an addiction, though.
That
like,
it could be.
It's a weird thing.
It could be.
It's
so
you don't pay for it.
Fun.
It's amazing that you don't have to pay for something, but you can give something so valuable to someone.
Yeah.
It's like a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, totally. Yeah. That's a cool thing. Like giving like skate products or like shoes or shit is really, really cool. Mm-hmm. But I just, for my mom's 60th, she got super into golf this year or last year. And she's like pretty like, she's fully avid at it, but she's getting like good. And she had, I think, some kind of like sketchy little piece together set. So right now she's putting together like her dream like set of clubs.
Oh, wow.
But like I'm buying it all for her, but she's just like, she is a golf nerd. Like we're skate nerds. She's a golf nerd. Like she goes to like Irvine to like the fancy golf store and like like she spends like hours on her days off like in the golf store like messing with all the clubs and stuff. And
she just got into this.
Yeah, like 18 months ago.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's funny.
So she's like super into it, but it's been really fun because she's like, my driver and this and that. And she's like, thank you so much. Like it's just cool to like be able to get her like whatever she wants, like state of the art golf stuff. Because you know how when you have like the best equipment for something you want to do,
totally,
how much better the game is.
Oh, that's absolutely. Been really fun. And it doesn't even matter if you're good at it or not. You just feel good.
You just get fired up.
Totally.
Yeah, so it's super fun. So she's getting her golf game squared away. Mm-hmm. But yeah, getting people gifts is kind of like the most underrated shit ever.
Like really I'm not the biggest Christmas guy because I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what it is. Maybe I feel forced. But when you're just giving it out of like an everyday, out of the good kindness of your heart, that's
like
when it really
shit.
is surprising.
Yeah, I like stuff that's all the in between weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Like even if you like find a stupid thing at the gas station that's like dumb, but you're like, oh my god, but like if I give this to so and so,
sure,
and they're not expecting it, they're stoked.
And even skate stuff, you see somebody with a fucked up board, and you just give them a new board. Feels so good.
Dude, yeah, that's cool.
The look on their face. And stuff.
Will never forget. I had a kid when I was like 11 years old. I had some sketchy board that I had gotten. I feel like my parents had gotten it for me from Olympia Sports. It's basically like a sporting goods store. So it was like a really bizarre, like some sports company had basically like made a skateboard. Okay. And I don't even know what it was, but it was just not good. And it was really crappy. And I remember kids saying like, what the fuck is that? Like, what board is that when I'd be at the skate park? And then one day this kid was putting on a brand new board and he had his other deck. And I don't even know what company his deck was, but you know, it had like that little razor tail at the back of it. Like it was like a well-worn deck.
Okay.
But he was putting together his new one and he gave me that one. And in my head, like I was so excited because I was like, I got this skateboard that like, first of all, it looks like I can fucking skate because of how it's been worn, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like all excited about that. And then I was just like, it's like a skateboard, like a real skateboard, like a skate shop skateboard.
Yeah. And plus people are talking shit about your other board. Name.
Yeah, I know. I was excited to like get a real deck. Yeah. But
it's funny that
you remember
stuck
that
with you.
Shit forever.
Totally.
Yeah, I wish I remembered his name. He was definitely like older. He was like a teenager.
Huh.
But
it just goes to show that people,
that board was super cool.
You know, people remember stuff. Yeah. You know, if you have a fan that comes up to you and you're, you know, not nice to them, that could totally.
Oh God, that shit is detrimental.
Totally.
Do you remember that movie? Was it Crash? Does anyone remember this movie? Crash. It was like back. It was like probably from like 2004 or 5.
No.
But it's basically about all of these people in some city and how like all of their lives, like the butterfly effect, how like all of their interactions with each other affect everybody else.
Yeah,
it was really good.
That sounds interesting.
It's called Crash. Pay It Forward was who's the kid from? Isn't the kid from The Sixth Sense?
Yeah, Macaulay. No.
Dude,
I know what this dude's name is. Osmond?
Yeah.
Osmond. Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel
Osment. Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie is heavy. Pay It Forward, I
Pay
think
Forward.
it's called.
Right.
don't
Even
think
The
I've
Sixth
seen
it. He
Sense
basically
was
is like-
fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense is fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that movie is basically like it's about this kid. He's like lives with his mom, and fucking Kevin Spacey's in it.
Uh-huh.
I know he's canceled, but he's like his teacher, and he basically like for a school project comes up with this thing where like if you do a nice thing for somebody, and then they all have to do a nice thing for 3 other people, and he creates this like tree.
Yeah.
And it's just like really profound, but it's sad. The ending is sad.
We need more movies like that, right now.
I know.
Pay It Forward.
More people doing that.
Pay It
Yeah,
Forward.
that's what, need more people doing that.
Let's make a movie. The 9 Club movie.
9 Club, the movie. That'd be pretty interesting. It'd just be us
It's like
sitting here.
Fight Club, but we pay it forward instead of fight.
Yeah, we just sit here and just talk.
You try and pay it forward in some way.
I'm not a big fighter. You ever been in a fight, Nora? Like a
No.
brawl? You never been in a brawl?
Like a bar fight?
Yeah, like a
No.
bar fight. You never broken a chair over
A
somebody's.
social media fight?
No, I haven't. I don't know. I kind of grew up in that mindset of like girls fighting is just not very.
I mean, I
nice
just
or
fighting in
classy.
general. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
fighting's
big-
kinda-
I'm not into it.
I don't know. Like if 2 guys wanted to like fight over me.
Oh, you would be into
I've
that?
done it.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
that'd be amazing.
No, I don't like fighting either. But like, if they wanted to.
Yeah. Duke it out real quick,
No, yeah, I'm not into the fighting at all. I mean, I've wanted to fight people.
Sure, yeah. That's almost
all
every day
fucking
around
life.
here.
Yeah.
Like just all these morons.
I mean, I have fought. I like fully fist fought with my brother.
Oh,
But I don't
okay.
think that really counts.
Yeah.
No, siblings don't count.
Yeah.
Because everyone
Siblings don't
does
count,
that.
right?
Yeah,
No, yeah, that's true.
I scratched his cornea pretty bad once.
Ooh.
Oh.
He had
Did you have to wear an eye patch? No, he did. He did, huh?
Dude,
Oh, no.
That's fucked up.
That's even worse than the
I
cornea
know.
scratch is
I
having
feel
the eye
so
patch.
bad to
eye
this
patch.
day.
That's fucked up, dude.
He was like 5.
Oh, that's
He was like little,
how old were
was
you?
fucked. Old enough. To feel better. I was probably like 8. I think I remember though, like I was putting away a board game, like Chutes and Ladders. And when you're a kid and like, you're doing something good, you're like, fuck yeah, I played with this board game. Now I'm putting it away. Why? Because I'm an adult.
Right.
Like I'm a good kid. My parents are gonna be proud. And then his dumb ass came over and was trying to like mess with it. And I'm like, Davis, I'm putting the board game away. He's like, no. And I took the board game and shoved it in his face and like hit the corner of the board game went in his eye.
Oh, that's not good.
Wow.
And this was like in the middle of the summer. And it was like a week or 2 after he had stuck a bead up his eye. No, not his eye. A bead up his nose.
bead.
And my mom spent like a bead, like for making necklaces.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd been like a
like a
actual
craft
bumblebee.
Did he
No,
whistle
no,
when
no.
he breathed?
He stuck this bead up his nose and it got stuck. And my mom spent the whole day taking him to different doctors to try to get it out. And I remember how pissed she was because, like, I think we were supposed to go to the beach that day, and like they kept trying to take him places, and he finally got it sectioned out with something. And then, like, the week after, I like scratched his cornea, and he's back at the doctor with an eye patch.
Wait, last week didn't you have a bead up your nose?
But dude,
Yeah.
if you think about the process of it, like watching him do it, he's probably like looking at it and just being like,
Oh, just
like
putting it up his nose.
like some Peter Griffin moment where he just like shoved it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I
Literally.
stuck a kernel corn up my nose,
Oh,
and I had to go to the doctor.
did it pop?
No.
Yeah. Basically the
100.
same fucking,
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
Why'd you do that,
And they
Raj?
use,
It's 4 years
because
old.
that's
I don't
what
know.
boys do.
I ate dog food and choked on when I was a kid.
Did
so,
he?
yeah.
I never
always-
did. I never did any of this shit.
My cousin's babysitter ate dog food in front of us. She's like,
Oh, the
we're like little.
babysitter.
She's like, you think
This is
I'll
good.
eat this dog bone? And I was
biscuit
like,
thing?
no. Yeah, biscuit. And she's like, I will. And I was like, okay.
Okay, well, you're
ate it.
like a
We're like-
babysitter and old enough to know.
I
Being-
was like, I want to go home.
Well, listen, some
be here
of this
anymore.
is human grade, but at the same time, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I believe that the humans can eat it, but I
Right.
don't think it would taste good.
I don't know what would be worse though, Nora, eating dry kibble or moist. I think it'd both be disgusting, but I don't know. If you had to choose, you'd either you'd
dry.
Yeah, dry.
Okay.
Moist dog food sounds gnarly.
Dog food, no,
Dog food,
dude,
cat food, whatever the fucking food.
None of it.
Raj, you'd go dry or moist?
Doing both, mixing it up.
Hey,
chili
a little
with
hot
that,
water.
I know. We put a pepper in there. Hot, spicy.
Jesus, that poor dog. Poor dog. Feeding them fucking garbage.
Making some dog
Making
food.
some kibble and moist food and throwing some peppers in there.
That is so nasty.
That is pretty nasty. The
That is
smell of like
disgusting.
cat food or dog food is just makes my stomach.
Dude, I have
turn.
this photo of me straight up. I found my mom gave me all these old photos of me in a dog bowl. Just like I'm like 2 years old, just sitting in a dog bowl.
Oh.
Like, so I'm like, it makes sense that I ate dog food.
Yeah, you ate dog food. Choked on it.
That's so cute.
Did your dad have to give you a Heimlich maneuver or
My
something?
dad, I luckily walked out and I was in the garage eating dog
Oh,
food.
that's scary.
And my dad found me, literally face was purple, and he like gave me the Heimlich, and it flew out.
Oh,
Dude, my mom had to give my cousin Cam the Heimlich when we were skiing.
really?
Okay, do you guys remember Starburst made these hard candies once?
Kind
Kind of like a Skittles, maybe?
They're kind
or
of like lifesavers, but with no hole in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
And we were like sitting in the mountain, but we were inside having lunch, and my cousin started choking on it, and my aunt is like losing her fucking mind, right? Like obviously panicking.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom fucking just gets up and is like grabs Cam and just Heimlich, throws up everywhere. Boom.
Oh.
Saved.
Now, did she even know how to
was
do
like,
it before? Was she even like?
Yeah.
Oh, she knew.
She taught sailing and stuff, so she was always like CPR certified and like certified for Heimlich and stuff like that.
I feel like we should all know how to do that. I mean, I think maybe it is
Yeah,
a kind
for
of a
sure.
natural. Like if Raj started choking on a dog food kibble, I feel like I could I feel like I could pop it out, but I don't
for
know. But
sure.
I'm not trained.
I don't like any of it.
What?
People choking
No.
makes me like really
I
uncomfortable.
actually heard that steak is the number one thing people choke on.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because
For sure.
I don't know. It's just that gristly. It just
Because
gets
you
stuck in
think you've
people's
chewed
throats.
it and it's like, no, it's medium rare. So you're like,
Yeah. Even sometimes when I when I give my cat a treat, I sit there and watch it because I don't know if it'll choke or not.
because he just like inhales that shit.
You know what I
One of
mean?
those
Like
bowls with the
Okay.
I'll give it a big ass treat and she doesn't even bite it. She swallows it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I should know the cat Heimlich.
My cat would do that all the time. And my cat too, we had like one of those things that would like continuously feed the cat.
Right.
little machine.
Yeah.
Food
And like the
comes
cat
out.
will just eat it. We'll eat till it's sick.
Yeah.
But the cat would just like inhale food and then throw it up. And you just have like this little pile of like all the food the cat had eaten. And none of it was chewed.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it had been in the stomach. So it's like a little log of cat food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cats do that. It's so weird. They just inhale stuff, which it kind of makes me nervous sometimes, you know?
dude,
Yeah.
These little
For
cat
sure.
treats are,
Sure.
kind of the greenies. They're kind of big.
yeah, they are.
Oh, they're like little toothbrush things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's dog.
I've seen those.
She started choking in my car when we were driving, and she threw up in my car. And I was like, yo, and we got out of the car. I'm like, what? She threw up a piece of grass,
Oh yeah, grass.
like grass rain.
Like one blade.
one blade, like fucked it all up. And I was like, holy shit! It's all that needs to happen is that one.
You know
blade.
who's had issues with his dog? Is I think Rhino has had some issues with one of his bulldogs where the dog always eats like the chew toys
Oh,
and they get like wrapped up in the dog's intestines.
Oh.
jeez.
Because some of
See,
those
that-
dog toys are like ropes. They're like
Right.
pieces of rope. It's like really dangerous for him, I guess.
It's scary, you know? Have your little animal.
Pet parents, man.
Yeah, no, it's a whole
stressful.
thing.
Shit is stressful as hell. That's why I don't have one. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
who knows where I'm going to be? Well, Albie has a dog, Bagley, and she's really sweet, but she doesn't trust everybody, and she's kind of crazy in her own way. But then he also has a cat, Jasper, but Jasper's like basically an outdoor cat because Bailey when they adopted Bailey, Bailey chases her. But since we've been home and we're in the downstairs apartment, we've gotten Jasper to come in and have his dinner inside every night and have his breakfast. And he just like cruises and cuddles with us super hard.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So it's nice. We have little Jasper baby hanging out.
Critters are good.
But then like Bailey shows up and he's like,
gotta like figure out how to like merge the two, you know, like get a cat whisperer or dog whisperer over there or something.
I think it'd be so sick to have a cat that I could just bring everywhere.
Yeah, that would be cool.
When I first got my cat, Larry, I wanted so bad to do that.
Like bring them on trips.
Yeah, you gotta do them when they're little. You gotta do them when they're little kittens. And I never did, and I always regret that.
But I just think animals are like, they're like kids. Like you never know what you're gonna get. Where like some people are easier than others to bring along.
Some cats are more outgoing.
I would have been a fucking nightmare to bring along on trips as a kid. Was not a trip child. Let's put it that way.
Did you trip out on planes when you were a kid?
I didn't fly until I was 15, so
and then
probably would have.
So when you first started, you were kind of tripping then immediately?
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
No, I was okay. Because I didn't fly much. And then I feel like there was just one instance where I would like, I think it started with like a TSA line where I felt like I was in a TSA line. I was just like really uncomfortable and I wanted to like get out of it. Like, cause I felt like I was having a panic attack and I realized I couldn't, you know, and then like the TSA are like berating you and it's just really intense. And I was like, fuck. And just like being able to get through it and get to the other side. And I was like, so mentally exhausted from like handling it. I had to like sit on the bench and I was like, fuck, this is like gnarly. And so it's always been like little tiny, like little things that would trigger it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, but I don't know. I think actually if I was younger, I probably would have been fine. I wouldn't have thought about it as much, but maybe I would have.
If you know what those triggers are, then it's easier to kind of cope.
It helps
for
sure. But it just becomes like a really exhausting, like
battle.
I mean, I didn't even notice it probably until recently how exhausting traveling is when you're dealing with like the anxieties of like the littlest things, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's been a nice break, but I've learned so much though about it and like what makes me kind of tick and what bothers me.
Yeah. It's important to find out what those triggers are.
Yeah. And it sucks because usually you have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
This is true.
Usually you gotta just be like, oh fuck, I hate this.
And even if you know what those triggers are,
die.
even if you know what those triggers are, still you could.
For me, it's just all about like preparation. You know, I get to the airport super early. I'm never rushing, or I try not to ever rush. I do all the little things that make me like comfortable and calm.
Yeah.
And then just. Because for me, the hardest part is takeoff and landing. So everything revolves around like getting calm enough for the airplane to take off and then doing it all over again for us to land.
Because I guess once you're up in the air, people are moving around and it's more relaxed.
Dude, turbulence gets crazy sometimes. It's always like...
Okay, you know what is so strange to me? Is that when there's a bit of turbulence on a plane, I actually feel okay. And it's almost one of the only things that allows me to fall asleep on a plane.
Weird.
When the turbulence is so bad that I'm like rocking back and forth.
What?
I know. What I think it is, okay, I have like a theory. I think it's because like, I have no fucking idea. I actually don't know.
I was like really looking forward to that.
I know. I was like, oh, another theory. Let's do this, huh?
No, it might be because, I don't know.
That's funny.
I'm trying to think of, because I've totally thought about it. Because it makes me like, it reminds me that I'm in an airplane and I have to just like surrender because the thing can go down at any time.
It's so funny. Like you're falling asleep while other people are being jolted awake.
Literally. And then like when everybody's calm because we're landing, I'm like, can I go pee again? He's like, ma'am, you need to sit down.
No, you
I'm
don't
like,
understand.
I would actually feel better if I could just stand here until I had to sit down. She's like, well, you have to sit down now. And I'm like, well, actually, I know that you're still like cleaning shit up and like doing the aisle and like throwing trash away. So like I would feel better if you just let me stand here until I sat down. Ma'am, please find your seat.
I'm going to tell you
That's
something. You've flown business class, right? Come on, I'm Adidas and all that
Yes.
stuff. I find that
Occasionally.
in business class, they're a lot more relaxed with the landing and takeoff. They don't make you.
Yeah.
They don't make you like put your seat
like
back up.
for
They don't
sure.
do
They're
all
trying to
this
control you.
stuff. Like they kind of just let you be.
I know. No, I know this.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
Why
It's
in
nuts.
that? I mean, I guess you're paying for
Because
that
it's
comfort.
the only, I think it's because like you're a priority. But I don't think in the back I think in the back, okay. You know what I think it is? Have you seen Snowpiercer?
No.
Oh.
Snowpiercer.
What? I actually hadn't seen it until this year either.
Okay.
It's a sick ass movie with Chris Evans. And it's based, I think, on a book. And it's basically, HBO is making a show about it as well. That I think is out now. But it's based on a book. It's a movie about a train. The train is called the Snowpiercer. And it's about an apocalyptic world where the world freezes over and all these people get funneled onto this crazy train because it's literally like an ice age.
Oh,
and the
I have
only
seen
way
that.
humanity can only survive if they're on this Snowpiercer, which is this train that just circles around the globe.
Okay.
It is super nuts, okay? But all of like the like common people are in the super back, right? And they're treated super poorly. And then you have like the fancy rich people are in the front. It's kind of like super similar to being on an airplane. And they're treated super shit and they only can like eat like blocks of like lard.
Oh,
Dude,
And
that
like,
is
all
a
the people in
gnarly
front of the
movie.
train.
That's a cool movie,
it
actually.
sounds good. I want to
it's
see it.
Super cool.
Yeah.
It's a super good movie. But
Yeah.
that's being on an airplane.
I always tripped on that.
It's kind of like Society, too, in a weird way.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't know. When I got on the business
Completely.
class, I was like, "Wait, this is way different." Like I could
Yeah,
go to
they're
I
like
could
landing,
think-
and then I'm like, do you need my steak knife? They're like, no, you can just hold your fucking
Yeah.
steak knife.
Do
While
I
we
need to
land
turn my
here."
bed into a chair? No, you're good. You're good.
Dude, the
Okay.
headphones they
Like,
give you are all
the whole
proper.
thing.
Yeah, everything's... that shit's-
How
you're
is like
like-
the little kit with like the socks and the hand
That's what I was
sanitizer
gonna-
and like,
the little kid
yeah, that shit's sick. Or the
toiletry.
have you
bag.
been on one where they bring you the Sunday making cart?
No, but that sounds
What?
fantastic.
Dude,
Sunday
this is the
making cart?
nutsest. Dude, this is the nutsest thing ever. I think this was when I flew from LA to France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
it
was
has to be
for
overseas.
Swatch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I was in business class, and after dinner, like we had some fancy ass dinner, and they come and they clean up your dinner. Also, before you take off, they're like trying to give you champagne.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you want a
yeah.
mimosa? You want to?
Force
What do you
feeding you
want?
champagne.
relax
I'm
you.
like, do you want me to get in a fist fight? Do you want me to assault you? Like, stop giving me champagne. I'm riled up. I don't want to be here. And now you're trying to get me drunk on champagne. Like,
Before
we're
you
not
even
having a
take off.
party.
Yeah.
Like, champagne is like, for me, that's the drink that's like, you want a fucking party tonight? Let's have some champagne. That's like the New Year's. Like, my girlfriend's like, I have a bottle of champagne. And I'm like, cool. Do you have like a goddamn straight jacket? Like, let's go. I have a bottle of champagne. Anyway. So yeah, they
Good to
try to
know.
give you champagne and
Should give you
shit.
Xanax.
And I'm just like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, come over here with like a joint and some Xannies and like
Yeah. I'm
a
surprised they
fucking,
don't. in
like
business.
banana. Like, help me out here. Some baby food. Spoon feed me applesauce. I'll feel a lot better. But no, so after dinner on this flight, they came through with like another cart that you think would be for like, well, actually, I think there was like alcohol on it. So like wine and stuff. And they bring it over. And I look at the top and they're like, would you like a sundae? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you pick all your toppings, and it's like 2 scoops of ice cream, chocolate drizzle, chopped up almonds, one of those fancy like straws that are made out of like Cookie Crisp or some shit.
Ooh, I love those little straws.
Damn.
Yeah.
Look at her face.
I could eat a whole tin of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff's nuts.
I think on the flight they have
It's
like,
like gross though. It like makes you feel gross.
what do you mean?
Like I feel gross. Like when I'm up there.
No.
Oh, when you're in the air?
Like I'm eating my sundae and I'm like, I'm fucking gross.
I love it.
'Cause
Airplane food isn't the best. But
No, but when you're in business class, it's good.
It's pretty good.
it is
Yeah,
actually.
It's good.
No, it's good.
Give you a little
There's, like,
shrimp
gnocchi
cocktail.
and, like,
yeah.
Bolognese.
I always get psyched going to the airport
Yeah.
early and just chilling. And like, having a drink and just kicking back. It's always fun.
Download all my movies.
There you go,
Yep,
dude.
yep. Get
Netflix.
prepared.
Yep, there you go.
That is such a good time. I don't know. I also am totally enjoying this time of like not flying because
Yeah.
hopefully we will all get to travel again and it will be hectic and busy.
Yeah, hoping that this whole
I
thing
like-
will just blow over pretty soon and something will happen and
Seems like it's coming back pretty strong.
Blow over.
you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I just
All
want it to-
right.
I just want it to blow over. But
I know.
Hawaii has 3 cases.
That's insane.
That's insane. I saw today.
Maui has three cases. Oahu has like 1,000 or something. Like there's
Oh,
way
wow.
more. But the population at any given time of Maui is like 180,000.
Right.
While like Oahu is close to 1 million. Over
oh,
1 million.
gotcha. Yeah.
How far? Like, is it easy to get to the other island? Like, how?
I mean, in relativity to, like you can see, like when you're on the east side of Maui, so the island that we're on, we can be at our friend's house, like sitting on their porch and you can see Big Island.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like the biggest island. But you would have to have, fly an airplane. You fly an airplane. So it's like a 25-minute flight.
Okay. People
So,
don't take
45
boats.
minutes.
But do
flight.
people do that quite often?
Go to work in the
Yeah.
morning.
There are people who like go back and forth for work all the time.
Oh, okay.
Or like, I have friends who are like, oh, I'm going to go to Oahu this weekend and stuff like that.
Huh.
That sounds
'Cause
fun.
it's really easy and it's pretty cheap. And they obviously opened up inter-island travel for us like a little bit easier. But
Yeah.
I don't know,
like Uber.
like the process of getting on a plane. I mean, if we had like something cool going on, I'd be super down to go to Oahu, but
Right.
I don't need to go.
I'd say stay where you are right now. You seem pretty
Yeah, I
content and
don't-
pretty safe over there.
I'm feeling healthy.
Yeah.
I am enjoying time. I think I'm just gonna cruise here.
yeah.
JuneShine. You're
June
chilling.
shine. Look
Yeah.
at
Drink
you.
some JuneShine, go skate.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of random shit to skate too, and it's nice because like driving around so much, there's all these little like spots that I've never seen. Like Thrasher did a video maybe 10 years ago, maybe longer, Maui Babe, because they just did a video with like a bunch of dudes, and there's all these sick ass spots, and I'm like looking at them. And I'm gonna go skate them.
Yeah, you should film a little part out there. That would be really sick.
I know, it'd be so fun.
Yeah, to do a little Hawaii part.
Yeah.
Does your boyfriend skate too?
Have him
Yeah?
film.
Yeah.
Have him film you.
Yeah, there you go.
I know. I think he's annoyed
Camcorder.
at filming me.
Oh,
I make him film me all the time. It was so funny. We just did one of those. We just did an interview for Thrasher because they did like skateboarders in love. They did this article. I actually have it right here.
okay.
It's this fucking crazy ass cover where Nigel's in like the U.S. team outfit or some shit.
Haven't seen it.
This
Let's
cover?
see
The
it.
back tail?
Oh, the back tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy back tail.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we got fucking Leo fucking flexing on the back.
Jeez.
Damn. That's dope.
Such a good photo.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a great photo.
we shot a photo. Yeah. We shot this photo.
Okay.
But the best thing is like Albie's done interviews for like surf magazines and stuff. But when we did our interview with Burnett, he didn't really realize that like it was going to be like verbatim.
Oh, he thought it was gonna be like edited or something. Yeah.
It is the funniest fucking shit I've ever read. like literally this is like what I'm referring to. One of the questions was,
What do we got?
Here it is. Okay, the question was, when do you like to surf and skate together, and when do you not like the other person to be there?
Oh.
And Albie says, Nora never likes skating with me. And I was like, that's not true. And Albie says, she likes it when I'm filming her. And I was like, I always like to surf and skate with Albie. Albie responds, no, you don't. I respond, what are you talking about? When do I not like to skate with you? He goes, a lot. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is every question that we answered goes like this.
You were like fully bickering.
Fucking funny.
Fully bickering with each other. Yeah.
It starts off bickering. It goes, how did you two meet? And I go, we met because we both signed with JuneShine, which is a hard kombucha that some of Albie's friends started. It would have been December of 2019 or 2018, I think. Albie goes, I thought it was the summer. I go, no. I go, oh, you're right. It would have been earlier, like the fall. He goes, it was September, before Halloween for sure. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So I met him in October of 18.
I got to read this.
Yeah. Every fucking question is like that. It is the funniest thing I've ever read in my life.
When he got it back and read it and thought it was, going to be edited, was he tripped? Was he like, oh my God, they really did print the whole thing?
When it came out, I think he bought a subscription to Thrasher online through something, and he was able to read it at first online because he did like a little post about it. And I was like, he's like, wait, I thought they were going to like edit it and stuff. And I was like, no.
You get one for you say.
I know, right?
But I like think it's even better because if you know us, it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
Because it's very like, it's just funny. It's just the bickering. Like we're literally like a 98-year-old couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you surprise them on your YouTube channel with the shoes, we can see it all.
Yeah.
I know.
There you go.
What was it called? The
I'm
channel?
doing my best here.
Yeah. Put a link in the description.
Oh shit. We're working on that. I'm going to have
okay.
a Instagram poll to decide.
Okay. Do an Instagram poll. Yeah.
We'll get back to you on that.
I love it. Well, listen. We miss you out here. Even though we didn't really hang out or skate, we miss you.
I know. I miss you guys too.
You got to come back. Well, listen, when you get back to the States and all this thing, like I said, the COVID blows over.
We'll go skate.
Yeah, we got to go skate. And you know what? Come back up here and come hang out with us again.
Yeah, come back to the show.
Yeah, we'd love to have you
Let's go cruise Venice.
In the studio.
Play in the sand and shit. Oh, yeah. Gladly.
Hit up Richie. We'll go skate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Rich. Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah, but no time period, I feel like you're staying safe out there and you're content. Yeah. You're very happy.
I think the goal right now is for people to stay put, but find ways to just be active and do your shit.
Yeah.
But I will keep washing my hands.
And that's the thing for me. Sure. It's more about it's more about other people. It's not about me. I'm not wearing the mask for my safety. You know what I mean? Like let's all protect each other.
We're all wearing the mask. Like we gotta protect each other.
Yep. Let's do this. We're
I agree.
All together.
We're all together.
Be a Karen.
Karen.
Oh, the video.
Yeah. What are the guys? What are guys called? It's a Karen and Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah.
Kevin and Karen. Wouldn't that suck to be named that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think it's so funny though. Like. That's where we've gotten to. But I follow Karen's in the wild.
Karen's in the wild.
Big fan. Big fucking fan.
Well, listen, this has been great. It's so fun to hang out with you. And I'm so happy that you're doing well and happy. And it's amazing.
Yeah. No complaints. Just miss everybody.
Yeah.
Miss the crew.
Well, we'll get back out here soon.
Yeah.
Summertime.
Someday.
How about we go out there? We should go to freaking Maui. Yeah.
Now you're talking about language.
Dude, I think, remember when things quiet down, remember when Adidas did their like on the beach Y-ramp Gons party?
Yeah.
I say we do one of those.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'll watch.
Go.
Yep.
I know. I'll watch too. I'll wear my sandals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really get outside your
I
comfort
know. I'll wear shorts and sandals and a tank top.
Been blinding everyone. Like, oh shit.
You'll be fucking unrecognizable.
No, Nora, I'm so scared to show you my farmer's stand. It's fucking out of this. It's insane.
It starts here.
It starts at my elbow. It's crazy.
What are you wearing?
I don't know.
Fucking
Don't
quarter
ask. It's a
sleeve
whole-
raglan?
it's a
He's
whole
wearing a long
thing.
sleeve and he's pulling his sleeves up.
No, the UV index was just super high that day.
Also, I know I respect that melanoma ain't no thing.
Yeah, I doused myself in suntan lotion.
Oh yeah. It's a full thing. Got to protect from the rays of the
Yeah,
sun.
saw this guy riding up on the beach, riding by. His face was silver. His whole face was
That's
silver.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Is he huffing paint?
No, I think it was a zinc.
Was it like a Valhalla, like, witness me situation?
I don't know.
Mad
I
Max?
just kind of like let him. Right, just like,
Let him
just
go.
Let him
Okay.
go.
Don't go too close. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
great.
thank you guys.
It's been great.
Stoked.
And like I said, when you get back here, let's hang out. Go
Yeah,
skate.
I'll come up. Come visit the cat, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to end this because Roger has to pee really bad. You can tell.
Roger's bladder. Roger's bladder.
I'm going to go surfing.